What's up, guys? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back to the channel. It's Otaku Tuesday. Yes, we're back for 2023,
Yay!
and the squad is here, and a special guest apparently.
We replaced him. We replaced Nick.
I got canceled.
We have some great. We have some great topics tonight. We're going to talk about the whole news story about adults buying toys, which we know a lot about.
I
we're also going to look at some Kodansha announcements, and we're going to go over our top 5 worst manga of 2022. Say hi to the squad. We're going to start with Laura. How are you doing, Laura?
Hey, I am doing good. Really excited to be here. I feel like with the new year, it's been very exciting. So hopefully that energy will continue for like the whole year, not just this month.
That is awesome. And do you have anything new coming up to your channel?
Yes, I have my December reading wrap up coming up on Friday. And then for the next 3 Fridays after that, I'm doing like a low key series of new volumes for a new beginning, so featuring volume 1s.
Nice. Oh, and then we've got Bianca with her fancy background. How are you doing, Bianca?
Hi. I should probably get closer. There we go. Now you can probably see my double chins.
Oh, please. Don't even go there. I was about to say, girl, really? You got anything new coming up, Bianca?
I am mostly revamping my channel. I have no idea if that's what it's called. I'm going to be adding, actually making it look nice, doing an effort, and all that stuff. And I'm tired of getting copyrighted, so one of the artists I usually commission also does music commissions, so nice. Hooray for me.
Nice. And we have the master of shoujo himself, Mr. Otaku N Training.
Yes, me.
How are you doing?
Doing good. Had a very peaceful and relaxing Christmas. New Year's wasn't so, but yeah, I've been catching up on some manga, just been kind of kicking back, and I think I'll be streaming here pretty soon after my first haul gets here, and that one, it's going to be a good one.
Nice.
When Right Stuff gets it out of Right Stuff jail. But yeah.
Damn it, Right Stuff.
It's the right stuff, you know.
Can't I quit you?
Wasn't that a New Kids on the Block song, Right Stuff, Baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And welcome back, Marg. It's been a while.
I'm back. Good to be back. I missed you guys.
Yeah, she's got her whole studio to herself now.
Yep.
I always love looking at it.
And a door, so my husband can sleep on the other side, and I can just laugh and carry on this side. And him.
It's soundproof.
What's that?
It's soundproofed. You can play Mario Kart, and I'll wake up the whole family with Margaritaville at like 2 in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I could have died. Yeah, I was trying to find the charger, and I accidentally hit like our iHome or HomePod or whatever the heck they call it, and it started playing Margaritaville. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I kept touching it, and the volume kept going up and up and up. I'm like, oh my gosh! Hey Siri, stop! And it wouldn't stop. And my husband comes screaming out of the bedroom. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know.
We have malfunction.
And she was
I don't know what Margaritaville is.
It's a song.
So, yeah.
She was the only one not in the voice chat either, and she didn't want to wake her family up yet. When she went to go to bed, she woke them all up.
I did. Everyone woke up. I'm like, well, I could have just been screaming and yelling with everybody else, and would have been fine.
Oh man!
Charge your devices, folks.
So do you have anything coming up for your channel?
Let's see. I've got another. Well, I've got another top 5, but I've only got top 4 this time around. It's my top 4 light novel adaptations. So it's like manga from light novels. And I've got a manga collection video coming up and some reading sprints now that I have my wall. And yeah, So there's a lot coming up.
Nice. It's good to have you back, especially for the new year.
Yeah, it's
And then
good
we
to be
have
back.
Nick and his sidekick.
Freak out of here. That's right. We can't swear anymore, or you'll be demonetized if we ever get monetized, any one of us.
So what is up with your channel, Hartless Weeb?
It's a new year, new me, because I have to be fake, can't swear and say anything offensive. Oh wait, I've been censoring myself for a year. I was gonna shoot videos for the past 2 days, but people in the house, I can't do that. I've been reading a lot of manga. I actually want to start doing reviews, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. That's
Simple.
great. And before we get into our topics today, I want to remind everybody, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're getting really close to 600. Let's do it. So we're going to get into our first topic today. And this one, yeah, I know it's a couple weeks out, but I really thought it was an interesting topic. We're
I
going
don't
to
know how
talk
long
There
about
we go. Sorry, I was muted. Sorry, guys. Y'all were just
We're
gonna let
going
this go.
We're going to talk about this whole kadult thing, about adults are buying toys for themselves in a growing trend.
How is
So,
this news?
I know. I don't know how this is news. That's the first thing I was going to ask, because I've known people doing this for years.
Slow news week, and they haven't realized the past 20, 30 years, like, it's all adults
I've already
buying
been
it.
doing that. Yeah.
You ever go to a con and ain't kids buying anything?
No. Because they ain't the ones with the jobs and the paychecks.
Yep.
I just find it funny because it's like, and I don't. What do you guys think of this nickname, kadult?
Stupid.
Sounds
It's a
racist.
slur.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It does. It sounds like a slur. I'm like, I can see this being like derogatory at some point.
You don't say that word. That is a word.
It's like, oh, it's those kadults.
Yeah.
Never
Just
heard of
call
the
it-
term.
We called them
It's-
weebs.
I know. I was
Right.
about to say, we have our own term. We're called weebs. Please.
Exactly.
I'm a grown woman child, so I'm good with
There we
that.
go.
I'm a man child. I'm okay with this.
I just like, I find it funny. Like, they're just making such a big deal about this, and I'm kind of like, I've known people since like the 90s who bought toys.
Me too.
Like,
Can we do me a favor? Can we just get out of the Good Morning America people? They're freaking me out. I don't watch that crap. Like,
Sure,
I'm just seeing
hold on.
hair.
Dolly Parton's hair.
there you go.
Ain't she
There you go.
dead?
I mean, I don't think Todd McFarlane really makes toys for kids.
Well, you know, Curry, I do
How
make
dare you say
kid
Spawn toys are not for kids?
I
They're
had
for
Spawn
kids of all
toys in the
ages.
90s when they came out.
Yep. High school.
Yeah, I remember that with the commercial of him walking around with the cool jacket talking about his Spawn toys.
I'm waiting for my
They're really cool.
Wonder Woman dinosaur toy, Wonder Dawn. Please make that into a toy. She's so cute.
That sounds
That
cool.
sounds cute.
I want it.
She has
Yeah. Yeah.
adorable eyes. It's the dots, but it's so cute.
Oh.
I just want, like, also the other thing is, like, if they only saw the type of merchandise we bought for anime, like Nick's pillow.
Oh, that's downstairs. I thought you were going to say other toys. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Nick, why is he downstairs in the family room?
You'll get demonetized. We can't talk about it.
For the whole family.
I think I know more adults that buy Lego toys and Star Wars stuff because of nostalgia. I mean, it's
Yeah.
never been
But
weird
there's
to
Star
me.
Wars Lego toys.
And I
Oh
feel
yeah, my brother's
like,
got it.
What generation? No.
Oh yeah, it depends on the movie, and
I also feel like it's the bigger Lego sets too. Like, I mean, as a parent, I'm not buying my kiddo that like $200, $300 Lego set because my
That's
kid's
the
not gonna
small
break
ones.
it.
And
You know?
you're gonna step on it, and you're gonna go ah.
Exactly. Now, if
Yes.
it was for me, that'd be a different story. I'm like, I could justify that for some reason. Not that I would do that on that. I'd buy their things, but still, I feel like it's more justifiable on myself than it would be for like my kiddo with a big toy. I'm like, they can get like a $20, $30 Lego set instead.
Yeah.
What
Isn't
was
that
the
weird
cheaper
now?
Lego version called?
Duplos or and Mega Blocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 It's
Legos
like
are expensive.
They
They're like
are.
ridiculously
Yeah,
expensive.
the smaller they get, the more expensive they are.
well, do
I
you remember
know.
action figures used to be anywhere from $5 to $10 growing up, and now they're $20 to $50. But they're also
Yeah.
Yes.
sculpted really nicely now.
I don't know. I used to buy a lot
Yeah.
of Power Rangers stuff, and that stuff was not cheap.
No, Power Rangers wasn't.
Yeah.
I collect Hot Toys, and
Yeah.
those things are specifically designed for adults because those things go from 200 and up.
Oh my goodness.
Unless you want to buy $200 worth of figurines for your child.
Do I
You
look
know
like
what?
a Kardashian?
I think I'm gonna start collecting Bad Dragon.
Huh?
Bad Dragon.
Never mind. Nope. Just it was a joke.
Okay.
I'll
That
throw it
was
in the
me
chat to
whenever
show
I
you
hit
guys.
All right.
I was like, I see everybody start to go to Google. Like,
Laura, do not open the link.
I think you brought up a good point though. Like price wise, I think it's more affordable for adults to like
Oh, it is.
invest in than
Yeah.
it is for kids.
These things were expensive when we were kids. We had to save up for a month just to get like the tiniest thing. And now we're adults. We have all kinds of money. It's like I want that now. I want to be that person that I was always jealous of, that always got everything. Now
Yeah.
I can be that person.
Yeah.
I see YouTube
still can't
channels
be
of
that
guys
person.
who figure hunt. Guys who go to Target and look for like DC Marvel figures. Yep.
No,
They're,
you want
like,
to see
looking
something?
for those
Go ahead.
hard to find, like the one of a kind Batman that you can't find everywhere. at
Oh
every store.
my. What?
No, you want to see
Oh,
something
boy, I'm
crazy?
not
Look
gonna
at
look.
the Hot Wheels collectors. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, they go to they go
At
to
first, I'm
stores
seeing
and
normal stuff like socks, and then I scroll down.
Oh yeah, you saw the rest, right?
Yeah, I was confused at first. I'm like, wait,
It's
what
like-
am I looking
it's
at?
like,
I
oh,
don't
that doesn't look so
understand.
bad. Oh, wait, never
I know. I
mind.
was like, oh, I'm like, wow.
took me a second. Oh, it's that link. That-
Oh, I didn't even finish looking at it. I've just heard people joke around about it.
Website name, to be honest.
Dear God.
I like
what
the
am I looking
tentacle.
at?
Oh God.
This is horrible, Nick. Save.
Well, we said we collect adult toys now, right? I gotta close this. This is now not even in incognito mode.
All right, does the
Anyways.
chat know what we're doing?
I'm just gonna watch the live stream just go down.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like it's weird to me that they think this is like something unique. Or
Yeah.
something that's
They want to
just
shame us
blown
for
up.
more things. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I
what was
think
it? What was it?
it's, They're just
Like-
jealous that we're having a great time playing with toys. And
Wow. Is that
They
Carson Daly?
He's not
Who?
dead.
dude, it is.
What?
Looking at now.
Sorry, at the corner of the screen where that
Yeah.
cartoon is, Carson Daly was there, and that he's seen better days.
Right?
I think in media, like it's always been like let's say I'm watching Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Channel,
Mhm.
and you have these siblings, and the sister is like, I'm gonna tell your girlfriend that you collect dolls, and then the brother is like, they're action figures.
My mom used to do that to me. She'd call my action figures dollies. I'm like, they're not. They're action figures.
And so they believe that because of this stigma that we should be growing out of it soon, when in actuality it's a great thing to have, whether as a collector or a person who just loves the hobby, like how you would with comic books. They say, oh, when you grow up you'll grow out of it, that kind of stuff, not knowing like it's in a big entire thing that just you just enjoy,
And why do we have to grow out of things? Like,
Right.
I don't want to grow up.
because it doesn't seem adultish.
There was a song for this.
Yeah, but we can't be Toys R Us kids unless you live in Canada or Japan. And I'll tell
I
you that
know.
kids don't have the disposable income, and I don't think parents can afford like half these pricey toys nowadays. You know?
Yeah.
And I think
There
a lot
is
of kids
again.
are more into electronics.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
too.
they don't have an imagination. They need Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite.
Yeah.
They need to be anesthetized.
It's all digital. They're all used to digital now. They will own nothing.
Let's go digital.
They will all be
You
happy.
can't hand them an action figure and go make up a scenario because they'd look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Why would I
To
do
be
that?
honest, growing up, I probably after 5 or 6, I stopped playing with toys and became obsessed with collecting stuff mint in the box before it was cool. And be like, yeah, check out my Star Wars toys. I'm cool.
God,
That was
there's
totally
a lot of
me.
stuff I wish I did that with.
That was me with Polly Pockets. I like regret that I ever got rid of them because I was like, the nostalgic, when I see them, I'm like, I want them back. And I'm like, I had that as a little kid, and it hurts when you see like the prices people sell them for, and you're like, I had that. I had that.
Yeah.
The old school Ninja
And
Turtles, I had like every one of them. You see the
Yes.
prices now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Goodness.
Well, I had a toy store in my area. So, like, when I was a teenager, when me and my buddies wanted to go out and drink and get, like, cigarettes and just be stupid teenagers, I'd sell all the toys and get enough money and be like, let's get fucked up. Oh, let's get messed up for the night. I forgot we can't swear.
That's, did we make it 8 minutes? Let's see.
Well, you
16.
not
Yes.
monetized.
That's it.
I think it's also the nostalgia because like they're bringing back so many like properties from when we were children, like Star Wars and Voltron and everything. And suddenly they're making all these toys and they're banking on us to buy it. But I think those are the ones that are not getting bought because they're not producing good quality versions of those shows. And
Did you see what
it's like
Ergo Kitty posted
ahead.
down the bottom?
Mhm.
Kid just wanted Roblox cards. Like, that's all they want.
Yeah, I need to look into that because that's all. A lot of parents came into the store and just asking for those gift cards. Like,
Y'all got any Robux?
Yeah, that's my kid. Can I spend my $1 on Robux?
That
Like,
reminds me, speaking of figures, for Christmas, my Secret Santa, who was my cousin who watches anime, gave me a Kakashi Ambu Black Ops version
Ooh.
anime figurine.
Ooh,
Wow.
Nice.
And it's like this big. And I'm like, I have nowhere to put it, but I gotta clean my room.
You got space over there by the bar.
Well, hold
Or
on.
your
Showed up for
piano.
customers.
Or
No one
your
can
piano.
see, but if we get rid of the
Berserk.
comment, I can show you. Yeah, well, they can't see it. I'm covered.
Hold on, I'm getting rid
There we
of it.
go. Like, this was like $95 imported from Japan for a hunk of plastic, but I think he looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
That
know,
is really nice though.
The future is
about
3D
this-
printers.
yeah.
Mm.
Talking about this makes me sort of wonder, like, we're all in the manga anime community and we're like, this is normal. Like, this is nothing new. And it makes me genuinely wonder, like, if there was a survey, for the lack of a better word, of people who were in the manga community and who weren't, like, what would be the normal? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, do people outside of the manga community feel that way? And I guess when I think of some of my family, like my dad thinks it's super weird that I'm like into pins and it's not a toy, but like even like Funko Pops and stuff, he's like, I don't get it, but if that makes you happy. And even my siblings are
Funko
very much like, no, they're like, we don't buy toys for ourselves, we buy it for our kids. It's nothing against them, but it just sort of makes me wonder, like, of the different mindset compared to the manga and anime community, where we're like wanting, you know, just a lot of those like Nindroids and stuff, compared to those that are not, or people who are not active, where it's very normalized to want things of your favorite characters.
Well, it's more
I
healthy. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think that it's more acceptable to have a healthy addiction like alcohol and drugs than toys, but I mean, that just makes us weirdos.
I know that's right.
I know the comic book and Star Wars fan bases would be similar to the Weebs because,
they
like
are.
I said, there's plenty of like YouTube channels where there's these guys in their 40s, like driving to every Target and Walmart and wherever, checking out the toy aisle for certain like Marvel or DC figures. And they're just hunting for them. Or you have the people who are looking for the classic Star Wars toys. There was a comic book store down in Florida that literally
Yes.
sold like used versions of like the original Star Wars toys, and there would be guys in there all the time looking to see if they had a certain figure and buying them.
You need the Jawa with the which cape is it?
What does that
Squirrel?
say,
You're
squirrel?
drinking squirrel?
Oh, Oh, Christmas vacation. There you go. Squirrel.
It's not drugs.
Oh, I was on mute. I said I didn't know you were gonna add me. I'm still eating.
Well,
But hey,
welcome.
everyone.
Okay.
We're still talking
I eat
about.
on the stream all the time. They just
eating
don't
some
know
Raising
it.
Cane's with some Dr. Pepper or root beer. I got some root beer, Marks.
Yes.
I thought of you when I was in the drive-thru.
Not gonna lie, I thought Marg had a pipe for a second, and I realized it was a water thing. I didn't see the rest of it. I was like, "What the?"
It's
like, well,
water,
if it's okay.
guys.
Oh man.
Perfect
Oh,
segue, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. So are we done with this topic?
Well,
Any
the one-
last thoughts about
Yeah.
adults?
Well, I also think the time periods that we grew up, like anywhere from like the late 70s to like early 90s. Remember, most cartoons were aimed at children to sell toys. It wasn't because they're like, "Oh, let's give the kids something to watch." It's you got to sell
Oh.
our merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
That's
He-Man.
true.
Yep.
He-Man was heavily dependent on the toys.
Yup.
GI Joes, Transformers, Star Wars.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep,
Yeah.
Love Turtles, Power Rangers. It's when you
Anybody
got
have
to-
those Power Rangers that used to
They'll
flip their
flip.
heads around?
I had that exact same memory right there. So me and you
Yeah.
were.
I remember
the
like
Ninja Turtles as well. I love those things.
Yeah, I had the turtles.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
the turtles too.
I wish I still had them.
I wish I
Yeah.
kept my Star Wars toys from when I was a kid.
I want to buy some. I got a bunch like right in my closet over there.
What
still
I'm most
mint in
mad
the
at
box.
is about
Oh.
my mom threw away all my Pokemon cards.
Dude, my mom gave mine away. Do you know how many first edition Charizards I had?
I was
'Cause
thinking
liked
the
them.
same thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had a Charizard.
And you know what kills me more? It's I kept my magic cards, not worth a dime.
I know.
Pokemon worth a ton. And see, I'm not swearing. It's worth a ton.
Yep.
Yeah, my sister sold my original Game Boy in a garage sale for a nickel.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Silver.
goodness.
I'm like, why did you do
A
that
nickel.
for?
I remember
would've
my
been so mad.
mom was like, I got rid of the Nintendo 64. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why didn't you ask me before you went and did this? Oh, I didn't think you'd want it. I'm like, well, you should have asked first. So
Funny thing you
Awesome.
said that. I found when we were cleaning out, our garage, and my brother had a green Game Boy. I can't find my original one. I wanted to mod it up, put a new shell buttons and everything in it, a new IPS screen. He's like, no, I don't want to change it. I'm like, but I just want to make it look nice.
Yeah, I will do this.
Let
for
me
you.
do this for you.
I
yeah.
don't spend the money. I just want to learn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man,
I
it's
think, I think for me it was a lot of the card games and different anything you can have a tournament with. I think I was obsessed with like Hero Clicks. Did
Yep.
any of y'all collect those?
Yep.
I
I
had
used to cheat all
bags
the
full of those.
first Comic-Con I went to 2015-16. I sold all my Hero Clicks. I had a bunch of limited edition or
I actually
super
don't know what
chase
that
rares.
is.
It's basically Marvel characters that had these little dials on the bottom that showed off different numbers for attributes.
Yeah, and if you're smart, you could just look at the top, like just flip the thing back and see if they had like the super rare in it, and you just buy that box and be like, cool, paid for itself.
I do remember those.
They also did Mage Knight before Hero Clicks, which was cool.
That was for like a board game, right?
Well, it was like a board game.
No.
It was like a miniature game almost in between.
Yeah. But I think the most costly thing that I was into was Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I started off in the very beginning, and yeah, I don't want to dive into how much was spent on that throughout my life.
I'm the same way with Magic, man. Like, shit, I got Magic cards just laying around everywhere in my room.
But
Yep.
it's right now.
My Yu-Gi-Oh cards got thrown away too.
Ah,
Threw away my card fight Vanguard.
They were for the
cards.
devil.
Like, when am I going to use these?
Oh, it's
Not knowing
a
I have
foil though.
That's a foil land.
No, it's not. I don't know.
It'd be
Magic's
around me
worthless
killing.
now.
It is. What did they? I could have
It's
sworn
probably,
they
it's
would
probably
they
worth
reprint
more
them
now
on.
that you took a bite out of it.
Oh yeah, it's worth it. Well, they reprinted everything into the ground, and when they did the 30th anniversary, where they charged $1,000 for 4 15-card packs that were proxies, not even actual cards. Then wait, it gets even better. They sold out. They still had a stash. Now they're sending anywhere from 1 to 5, sets to LCSs for free. So it just destroyed the whole market, and all the reprints, like, they want the cards to basically be free. Like I had a $2,000 deck. It's worth maybe $150 now.
I see like Dungeons and Dragons too.
Oh, that's the next thing Wizards is gonna like kill.
Well, they're already killing it with some of the gameplay. Like people are looking for the older stuff because they don't like any of the new stuff.
I never
coming out.
played past
Same
second
with
ed.
my game too, though I'm pretty sure nobody knows Cardfight Vanguard. Like
I've heard of
they
it.
have a video game version just like on your phone, like the way Yu-Gi-Oh has one. And I'm getting to the new characters. They're literally kind of changing the gameplay. Like, oh hey, this old clan. Well, when you want to play the newer season, that clan completely changes, and they have things you can do before you can't do anymore, and and it ruins what makes it special. And I'm like, why would you do that? That makes it
Ice
boring
Phoenix,
now.
I agree.
Yes. No, and you want to talk about crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! Now? I tried getting it back into it like a few months ago, and I played against somebody online, and no joke, their first turn they spent at least 10 minutes cycling through their deck. They were playing like 30 different cards. I was like, are you kidding me? I haven't even played anything. I was like, I'm done. It was not pretty.
Good. Did you ever play Duel Links?
Duel Links, what is
yeah, that's the way I was playing, and I got spanked on that one.
Oh, it was because I know that there was Duel Links that came out like 4 years ago, and then recently a new one came out. I don't know what the new one is called.
Yeah, I almost flipped my table on that one. I was like, you know what?
But I got in on that when it first came out, and it was actually decent back then because it was just like the original cards, so it wasn't crazy with all the stuff you can do now, where you can basically win in one turn.
Yeah.
Well, that's the meta. It's you want to win as fast as you can at a child's card game to prove how superior you are to all the other 40-year-old males.
What's wrong, Laura? What?
Did she open the link?
Maybe.
No, there was a noise, and I'm like,
she was
crashing. Sound like I don't know, like feedback.
I was like, was that an error?
It was Heartless.
Well, you know, like even my comic book store, which is a comic book store, I can't even get over to the new comics anymore because there's tables of kids or adults playing either Warhammer or like some type of card game.
I think that's gonna come back.
What, Warhammer?
Oh yeah, with Henry Cavill doing his series. Oh my god!
I was just about to say that.
That has a lot of potential, and
and that's honestly, it's only like $1,000 subpar to get in for 40K, or just it's 40K though. It's not regular Warhammer, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's 40K.
I'm still kind of pissed that they brought him back for Black Adam, and then they just took him right back out.
Oh, Rock?
Oh yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my brother sells like the Warhammer figures and all, and they're serious about painting those things.
I love painting minis. They're so fun.
That was over a decade ago. My one figurine was like $20, and I can only imagine what they're not like now.
Well, first of all, they're not even pewter anymore. They're all plastic molded and still more expensive and break easier. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How else would they make them?
Well, you can also 3D print them at home too, which I think would be cool. But
oh wait, are we getting to the next topic?
So, all right. Anything else about the adults and toys?
We can go on that forever.
Okay, Laura?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I started crying because I was laughing so hard. So it's like, I was like, just breathe, Laura. I don't know why that was so funny. Carrie, I'm glad you heard it, though. I was like,
I heard that noise and I'm like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, I was like, I hope she doesn't think that was me. But I was like, the timing of that was so hilarious. Whew, sorry.
I did you look at my dog? I was like, did you do something?
Oh, by the way, thank you, Nick, for giving that, for putting that all in our history.
Yeah, I'm gonna get weird.
I don't think Elaine's looked at it yet. Don't go there.
Let me delete my history real quick.
You won't get targeted ads. Trust me. I've done stuff like that just to see. Not in incognito mode. It won't pop up.
There you go, Elite. Ice Phoenix agrees with you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like DC should be sued for what they did to Henry. Yep, I agree.
I mean, they made him go out and like even announce he was back.
I just hope whatever they had planned is good. Whatever James Gunn has planned.
Yeah, the whole shame scene from Game of Thrones, that should happen somewhere.
Listen, to be honest, I think Peacemaker was amazing. It's hilarious. It's up there the caliber of like The Boys.
Yeah.
I still need to watch
And-
it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
I mean,
now I
you're
don't know if
watching
they're
it
bringing
in
that back
peasant?
either.
yeah.
They're not bringing Peacemaker back.
Too old.
Well, the problem is because
Oh, because
he
Superman
put
was in
himself in a
Aquaman.
bad place, Gun. Because if he brings back anybody else from that era, they're gonna be like, well, why couldn't you just bring Cavell back?
Yep.
Because he wants a younger Superman. Soft reboot, not a full reboot, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that
I think it should
Peacemaker
be
was
full.
going to stay.
He did
And
say that he's the whole like taking out every single person was false.
but Momoa's coming back supposedly as Lobo, so I can
That's
see
what
it.
he
He
could
seems like a
be.
better Lobo.
Because apparently they have
Yeah.
a really good
That's
friendship.
pretty
He
good.
wanted Jason Momoa as Drax before, but then ended up
He
giving it
couldn't
to
do it doing
Batista.
the Games of Thrones.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's already a good sign to me. If he keeps Gal Gadot, sure,
I don't think
whatever.
so.
I
Just
don't
give her a
think
better
so.
They
script.
Yeah,
deleted her appearances.
Wonder Woman 2 is trash. Wonder Woman was great,
It
but
is.
2 was
Oh,
bad.
Oh yeah, I hate.
I like
I
it
hated
all.
it too.
I
was
I
saw
didn't
so
that.
like either.
So 3.
The
But we
thing
gotta
is,
talk
if
about
he's
some
going to do
happy
a younger
things.
Superman, he's got to do a younger Wonder Woman. He's got to do.
You don't have to do a
younger,
younger Wonder Woman. There is some comics where Wonder Woman is the leading founding member.
Yes, but for like a 10-year plan.
Yeah, they can do it. I believe in them.
Well, we should talk about some manga because we've hated on Mark's favorite things. First, when the comments, it was
I know. Root beer forever,
Root beer.
Mark. Root beer forever.
now it's Wonder Woman. Mark, you
I
need some
know.
happiness. You need some happy
Okay.
things in your life.
I quit.
It's
I'm never
delicious.
coming back.
So we're going to catch up on some announcements from Kodansha, and we're going to start with some digital license announcements here. So we've got some, I think they only have 2. The
Only
first
2?
one is the shape-shifting Witch's Kiss.
Why does that look sus?
That looks amazing. I'm
It
in.
looked,
That's what I
really
said.
good on page 1, and then it just went downhill from there. I checked out I checked out chapter 1. I was like, I had to keep coming back to it. It's like, you ever read a manga to where you're reading all the word bubbles, and you're like, what exactly did I just read? And you're having to go back to read it, and like, I'm losing
Yeah, we're gonna
interest
get
quick.
into that in the top 5 worst manga. I feel like.
I'm keeping that in, Carrie. I'm keeping my laughter down.
I don't know
For
what
your
is making that noise,
Just
people.
let it out, Laura.
I don't know who it is. But I'm glad somebody else is hearing it besides
Wait,
me.
which noise?
It's
We're
kind of like a
secretly
mic.
texting each other. It's just someone's phone vibrating.
Like a
Oh, that makes more sense.
I think it might be mine.
Because it
'cause I
sounded
don't
like
hear it.
something else.
It really does. It really does.
Not mine.
Come on.
Not mine either. Okay, so the shape-shifting Witch's Kiss. Toro has a superpower. He manages to be invisible without any magic at all. In fact, the only one who truly sees him is his childhood friend, and I'm going to butcher this, Tsusamugi?
Sumugi.
Sumugi, leading Toro to have the crush to end all crushes on her. But when his ability leads him to accidentally discover a witch and strip her of his power, he thinks he's screwed until he offers to help him hook up with Bianca.
Sumugi.
But this witch's powers are revived only with a kiss. One thing's for sure, Toro won't be invisible for long.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
understand
kinda-
this summary.
It was kind of
I
all
don't
over the
either.
place because all of a sudden, when he saw this cat turn into a human being, he's like, "Oh my god, are you a witch?" And all of a sudden, she goes from this big voluptuous woman to like a lolly, and it's like, "Oh, you'd recognize me as a witch,
Oh, no.
so now I've lost half my power." And she said, "The only way I can do this is if I grant you a wish." And then later on, well, actually, I can revitalize my energy if you give me a kiss. I was like, "There's no consistency in the story." So
Wait, what's if she can be revitalized with a kiss? Why does she want him to hook up with his?
No,
Why does she want him to hook up with his friend?
he makes a wish with her, like to begin with. So it's like basically he makes up some kind of really convoluted wish. It's kind of like the Meeseeks episode of Rick and Morty, where it kind of goes like that. It's like, why'd you have to say it like that? Now I gotta help you win this girl over, and it becomes a lot more complex than it ought to be. I think they had a good premise. I think it could be really entertaining, but I don't know. They're all over the place with this.
All right, I'll tell you what happened. They probably sent it on to like an incel Reddit board and letting AI write it with all the guys writing, and that's how
Yes.
you got this.
Oh,
I'd agree with
God.
that.
But that's so dumb.
Alright.
Oh my gosh, you saw me turn into a human. That means you know I'm a witch. That means my power is gone. And I'm like, really?
Mhm.
Alright. How
Just
many
read The Witches of
suck?
Adams.
Yes, so much better.
The dude deleted diamonds.
Yes, he did. All day, every day. Until he was no more.
Oh,
I don't think I've
Okay.
seen this one. Beast number 6.
Nor shall you.
Oh, I'm sorry, this one, not the other one.
I have a feeling Bo did all the investigation on these digital ones.
I stopped reading on like page 6. Is like, this is so boring. I hate it already at page 6.
Oh, you were talking about
Just
this
the
one.
dialogue alone was just hard to get through.
Wait, how come the page says the cover says number 1, but it says here number 6?
It's kind of like
That's
Kaiju
the
number
title. Yeah, it's
Oh.
the title. So
I'm so dumb.
all right, so it says it's 15 years ago, indiscriminate supernatural attacks rocked Japan, promoting the government to create the Tactical Raveling Unit in the first counter psychotrauma division of the Special Measures Agency. Really?
Yeah.
Or
thanks for the
TR1M for short.
Trim.
Yeah.
Trim.
Their
Yes.
purpose to deal with monstrous manifestations called the Unraveled, and they're good too. So when Trim Agent Raveler, second class Nika Ego.
Just stop reading. I'm already confused. Please just skip it. Next one.
Basically from this, all of a sudden, like, monsters appeared, and like beast monsters, and for some reason, the very next day, the government comes up with a squad that knows how to combat them. I don't know how. There's a lot of plot holes,
Somebody has a question.
and no boobs.
No.
Who's this
No
Ice
boobs.
Phoenix? I like his
Oh,
thinking.
Oh,
it's
Ice
about
Phoenix
a
is very
girl.
spicy.
Like a style.
Yeah, Ice Phoenix.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Kitty Cat, rip off of Kaiju number 8. That's the best.
Yes.
You can't
Yeah.
fit in the shoes.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by any of these.
Yeah, same here.
Keith number 8.
Pass.
The artwork looks pretty bad too, from what I can see on the,
The first
cover.
page looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Have you already read all of these Otaku N Training?
No.
He's got a lot of spare
only a
time
couple
at
of
his
these.
actual day job.
I
just like
had the
manga.
day off, and I had to go get tar tags. So I had to get new tires. I had to actually went to the gym too, and also had to go to several different places just to get my tags today. So I had a lot of wait time.
Hmm.
Well, thanks for doing the research for us, Bo. Thanks for taking one for
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah, exactly. We
That's
know
the
that.
extent of my
This
research.
is an unpaid internship.
So let's move on to the physical licenses that they have.
Let's
These
get
look
physical.
a little bit. Okay, hopefully, I mean, some of these look much better, but we're gonna go back to the top here. So this one I know is like a kid's cartoon.
I will probably
Isn't it?
definitely pick this up just because my girls love.
Wait, is it a
Yeah,
comic?
that looks familiar.
This is Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Chat noir, chat.
Yeah.
We're
My
using
kids
the
like this
French
show, too.
version. Chat.
Right, it's a French cartoon, right?
Yeah, and
It's supposed to be. It's anime inspired. A French
yeah,
anime
it's
inspired.
Disney's taking it over, and I'm not liking it.
It
Ah,
depends. Some places Nickelodeon.
And who's the voice actress who plays Darkness? I keep forgetting her name, like Christy something or something with the C.
Who's it?
But-
Darkness? What?
Like Konosuba, you remember the
Yep.
little lady? Who
I thought
plays,
you were gonna say Charlie Murphy.
no.
Darkness.
She plays Ladybug, the girl in the red, and fantastic series. I mean, even I enjoy. It's a cartoon I can actually sit there and watch, so it's very enjoyable. And
So-
it's go ahead.
Has
But
anybody
it's not
mashed-
Disney. It's made by. I believe it's made by Zagtoon.
The last season is I think Disney's putting it on.
Oh,
But
the
they had a
movie version is on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
It's-
the movie.
But it's not made by Disney. It's
well,
not Disney.
they were
product.
they were involved in some way. I can't remember what, but it was bad. It was like
For the
it was
movie?
like Marvel meets
Or the series.
The movie. The series is good. I haven't seen much of the
The
last
series
season.
actually has very terrible writing, just so you know.
I loved it. For
Some of the writing is better, but this is a show where you know it's bad, but you
Yeah.
love watching it, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
okay,
Like
I
Like my
can
sister
agree
and I
with
love
that.
this show.
So what is it about?
Basically, you have kind of like Sailor Moon. You have a villain who sends out these little moths that take over people, and they become monsters or like kind of Power Ranger monster versions of themselves. And her and Cat Noir basically subdue them and remove the butterflies that transform them.
Oh, so it's like
Sailor Moon.
No. I was gonna say Peacemaker season 1.
I did not see that.
They're moth people.
Yes. Though
Like PJ Masks.
this only happens when a person is usually very angry. There's a villain called Hawk Moth, and when there's coincidentally a person who is very angry or frustrated, that's when he will activate his power to create
over.
a moth, to have it go inside and let them be like their angrier selves until the duo can help them out and capture the moth and stuff. It's also a romantic comedy, I guess. There's a love square.
Love square. Okay.
Well, basically, they can't know each other's identities, but the girl loves the guy but she doesn't know. She doesn't realize it's him. Adrian is the guy, so she loves him in real life, but he loves Ladybug. So, but yeah, so it's that's kind of cute the way they do it.
Well, thanks for sharing, because I never knew what the show was about, so I feel very informed after you guys sharing.
It's good. I enjoyed watching it with the girls.
It's on Netflix. Unfortunately, Netflix screwed the production over, so the episodes are actually out of order instead of chronological. It's been like that for three seasons. The fourth season was actually in chronological order, but
really?
the production, something happened. Like, they're going now to something else, and when that company took over, they're like, hey, how about in the middle of the season we don't put it in chronological order? And everybody's like, why? That makes no sense.
So like Toonami, just out of order. Here you go.
Like Firefly.
Firefly.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay, so next up is a manga with the title from Seven Seas type. I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. I'll spoil her with delicacies and style to make her the happiest woman in the world. Do I even need to read the synopsis after that
I'm
title?
curious.
You had me at naughtiness.
Me too.
When does a young noble woman freshly betrayed by her betrothed need most? A crash course and everything naughty. And who better a teacher than the feared hermit sorcerer who for some reason can't help but pamper her to no end? Yeah, I think that's a buy for Nick and Bo.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing.
I'm already buying it.
This blurb does not say it, but the things that are naughty are like, they're like kid naughty. Like, what was it? Like, going to eat junk food.
They just canceled their order.
They bait and switched me? What the hell?
Yeah, it's not because it's only,
so it's like becoming a brat, essentially.
Yeah, it's only like 13 and up, so like there's nothing really in there. But this blurb, like when you hear the title, I feel like it gives a very different picture of what the full blurb is. I'll have to go try and find it, because I was like, Kodansha, or whoever did this website, I'm disappointed in you, because that is not the full blurb that they gave. And the full blurb, like I said, just gives a very different picture.
See, that would make me buy it and then get pissed and be like, what the hell did I just buy? And then I'd probably rip it up and eat half of it.
Like that recent 5 years.
I'm surprised to see that it has an anime television adaptation.
Not like a sexy or arson.
None of those.
Can't we just be set on fire and be sexy?
What was the name of?
Am I doing it wrong?
It was naughty something.
Not important. Let's go on to the next one.
It's a long name. You're gonna make me say it again. All right, the next one is completely a short name. Origin.
I've heard people talk about this. Like Weebra, like he raved about it.
Well, first off, I like
is
the
this
art.
by the person who did Dr. Stone, Boichi?
Is he?
Yeah.
The art style looks similar too.
The synopsis had me just like, I didn't know. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Okay, so Tokyo, 2048. Japan is now connected to the entire northern hemisphere by the Eurasian Railroad, and all manner of crime and vice pour into the at its eastern terminus.
Megalopolis. You want me to finish this? It's eastern terminus. Little do the people know of what the inhuman beings live among us. However, robots and high-level AI who kill to survive. Only a man can stop their prototype origin.
Okay, so what we
I
know
love
is
how he, like,
robots
emphasizes
are
man.
attacking, guy stops it. Got it.
It was cool up until they're like, yeah, he's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Ghost in Shell type? Or-
Oh,
Male
is it
version?
the guy's a robot too?
Yeah, looks like looking at his chest.
Oh, that's right. The man is in
Maybe a
quotations.
cyborg,
Oh, God.
maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know,
not-
the art looks really cool.
Yeah.
I may check it out just for the art alone.
Meh.
I don't know. Whoever's writing these synopses needs to be fired.
I know, really.
I'm determined to go find where I heard about all that thing for the other one. So I'm like, I need to find it.
Yeah, so
Okay,
far
so
really nothing's grabbing my attention.
My
All right,
wallet
Nick,
is
I'll-
happy because nothing sounds good.
This
Go
sounds
for it,
stupid.
Nick.
Oh,
No, I'll read it, but it sounds
Nick
stupid.
hates it.
We already talked about this earlier. Virgin Love, a story and art by Tina Yamanisha.
No, Yamashina.
Sheena.
I don't care. Anyways, looking for love, but afraid you'll never find it. Come live at the Love House. 6 strangers, 1 house, 1 shared goal. Love.
Big brother.
What could go wrong? He's a
It's like Terrace
virgin,
House in
so
Netflix.
it's not gonna work.
Oh, good God.
Oh.
This
Was
still
that?
sounds
Well,
like-
did you say Big Brother? Because that's exactly what I thought when I first saw it too.
Yeah.
So is
Even-
this like a slice of life?
Yeah, Kodansha is not.
Slice of life.
I know.
This just sounds weak as
Uh,
AF.
I just realized
they
I've been muted.
say, "Come live at the Love House." That is so cringe.
Yeah, the synopsis is pretty weird.
It's better than a
What's
love hotel.
going
Come visit
on?
us at the Love Hotel. 6 strangers.
Listen, if I go to Japan, I'm going to one of those themed love hotels, even if it's with myself. Like some of them look. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Us.
Like it seems like some of them are pretty cool. You can get like an office building. You can get a train station.
Us.
I went
You
to
can
one of
have
those pod hotels. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was literally like sleeping in a little closet,
I don't know about that.
but it was actually very comfortable.
Yep. Next one. These.
All right, let's
See, this
move
is
on.
why I hate. No offense. I hate this whole segment. Like you find one good thing, and the rest are all just trash.
This one seems kind of interesting.
All right, the girl who becomes a fish, Maiden's Bookshelf. Who wants to read it?
No one.
Suwa,
Next one.
a charcoal burner's daughter, lives together with her father in a small village at a foot of a mountain, so remote it doesn't even appear on maps. Slowly she comes to realize the dark futility of her life, leading to a strange and I can't even see that word elliptical transformation. Dazzle depicts the adolescent's awakening to death and the desire to escape through its quiet and ominous tale. I'm wanting to know more.
Well, Dazai is the one that did No Longer Human, right?
I think
The
so.
novel.
The new one?
Unfortunately, when I search up Virgin
I'm
Love,
liking the
I
art
get
too.
Yeah.
something else completely different.
You're supposed
Robert,
to
it's
put
a hard
manga after it.
What? I'm getting some sort of BL with the same name.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Probably better story.
It looks like it gives me the panels first. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Adaptions of a classic.
Yeah.
Story. So it's multiple stories?
So yeah, I remember this one was really got a lot of excitement for it because I guess it's very iconic.
Sounds like suicide porn. Oh, can we say that word? No.
Prawn.
corn.
Yeah, Asomu
You can't have
Dazai is
any of
a
that stuff now on. Like, sorry, but I gotta edit some of this.
famous Japanese author. Yep, he did No Longer Human.
Okay.
The original novel.
So it might be good.
Oh, okay.
So I guess this is a manga adaptation of another one of his stories.
No, I think it's a light novel for this one.
Is it light novel? Oh, okay.
I think
It doesn't
so.
specify. That's the thing that's killing me.
I know. If we just
Yeah.
if they use the Kodansha things where well, maybe it's only Yin Press that does like the yin on, so with their little logo if it's light novel or manga. Does Kodansha even do light novels? So maybe it is a manga then. These are all Kodanshas.
I don't
True.
think I've ever seen them do a light novel.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Mostly Yin Press, isn't it?
that's what honestly reminded me of, to be honest.
And Seven Seas does too, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Seven
yeah.
Seas has their fingers in a lot of different little pies.
Yeah.
Did I just kill him? Okay.
All right, what's next? We're moving on.
I have no
this
idea what
is
I'm looking at,
also-
but it's so pretty.
It
Yeah,
is
the
pretty.
cover-
What is this?
Spring comes riding in a carriage. A more intimate and romantic entry in the Maiden's Bookshelf series. The tale of doom romance brings together the so-called god of literature with the gorgeous artwork of Whatever.
Atsuki.
Yeah,
Ito?
that told me
Ito.
nothing about it.
I know. Author of Love Letter and 26 Characters. I haven't heard about it.
I just realized it's 2 dead bodies.
Is it
And
really?
I called it beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
coffin.
a girl holding onto a guy, and I think that's blood everywhere.
And
I
that's a
think
coffin.
it's pretty, but yeah, pass.
It says a
Funny.
love letter in 26 characters? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. What,
Is it
I
only
wonder-
26
That's
characters
he wrote
long?
that. No, he also wrote a love letter in 26 characters.
Oh, let me see.
Oh,
What
All
is
right, how
Oh,
many
yeah,
more
you're
we got?
Bookshelf series? What is that?
I want to go to bed early. This crap takes like an hour and a half to get through every time.
You talked
There's a-
too much, Nick. That's why. But talking about toys.
Fine, I'm just gonna mute myself. Bye.
Okay, the Darwin Incident. Story and art, Shun Umazawa. I hope I did that right. Synopsis. Created in a biological science lab, Charlie is half human, half chimpanzee. Hybrid known as Human Z. Really?
That is offensive to me for all the chimpanzees and humans out there.
I thought you were
Pronounced
muted.
like
I
Carrie,
was
by
just
the
doing
way.
the same thing, Mark.
Nancy, wow.
Okay. Raised by his adopted human parents, Charlie is now 15 and starting high school.
Of course, his
There
name's
he
Charlie.
meets Lucy, a
course he's
clever
15.
loner who becomes his first ever friend. But his normal life is shattered when the animals' rights oh god, who freed his mother from the lab 15 years ago, reemerge as terrorists bent on kidnapping Charlie at all costs. Really?
And Snoopy and Linus will be there too.
Yeah.
This is the Caesar Planet of the Apes.
Why do we get this garbage when it takes forever for us to get good stuff like Tokyo Revengers or
Vinland
you know,
Saga.
Homunculus or
stuff.
something like that? Why do we get this trash?
Look, there is one at the end. If we can just make it to that one shoujo.
Carrie,
there's one
you
good
were
one.
talking about writing your own, right? Let's do this.
Yeah,
Book
I,
collab. I think the bar is pretty low right now.
I know this is the best time to get into writing comics and manga.
This is
Oh,
when they
all right.
drop redo of Healer for me.
Okay, The Moon on a Rainy Night. Story and art, Kuza Shiro. One day while rushing to a piano lesson, a girl named Saki collides with someone on the street. As Saki collects herself, the stranger picks up the sheet music she dropped, hands it to Saki together with a band-aid, and continues on her way, all without saying a word. Saki is left wondering about the identity of the tall, lovely stranger, only to discover the next day she is one of her classmates at her new high school. The girl's name is Kanon, and though she is hearing impaired, she refuses any kind of support or special treatment from her teachers or classmates. Over the course of the year, Saki slowly grows closer to Kanon and begins to chip away at her cold exterior. How can we get a full description on that one?
Yeah,
Right?
like a lot of nothing. Like she ran. The short of it is she ran into somebody and then saw her the next day. They could have said it just like that. Why do we get
They could have.
such detail?
Because as a music lover, I can actually know she dropped sheet music, and it sounds like a cute little Yuri I can read at night to make myself feel better.
I know, yeah, a lot of people were excited that another GL was published, especially I think from Kodansha. A lot of people were pretty pumped for that. I mean, I don't know if they were excited for itself. They were just like, it's another GL.
Yeah, out of everything here, I think I'd rather read
Where's my
like
Jose?
Volume 1 of Titan's Bride.
I haven't read a GL that I've liked so far.
I
I
still
mean,
haven't
the
done.
cover's nice.
The cover
That's
is
about it.
Oh God, we're still going. Okay.
There's still more.
My Ultramarine Sky story and art, Nagasa. You know what, Nick? Why don't you finish this so we can get it done quick?
Story and art by from their first year in middle school to their second year of high school, Kai and Ren have not always been in the same class. They also have to they also always sat next to each other. But in their last year of high school, the boys are assigned 2 separate classes. With each passing day, Kai feels he is slipping further and further away from Ren. But one day, Kai finds Ren sleeping in a classroom after school. He whispers the feelings that he can't bring himself to say out loud. Ren hears him. Will Kai confess and push further and further apart? Or will a spark bring them together and put them back together in bed and just be top and bottom fun?
Manga aside, whoever
sounds
writes
so
this
spoiled.
synopsis needs to be fired automatically. Why? So much detail on like nothing.
Yeah.
Where's the hook on this?
Boring.
That they spent
That's what I
every
was
single
about to
day
say.
with each other. In
It's like,
every single
I'm supposed to
classroom,
get people to
sat next
want
each
to
other
read
for
it?
Years.
Yeah.
I thought I was trying to make people
story
fall
not about the same
asleep.
person.
Oh God. Okay, so
Another
the next
one?
is
Pass.
Can we just I know
Look at all this
people like
detail.
boys love, but it's gonna be like a convoluted
it's from the
synopsis.
same guy.
Is it
It's
really?
from the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh my god!
Is it
And the
just
art looks good.
you know what it is? It's probably 2 characters just swapped with each other.
It's another boys' love. Yes.
Yeah, it's volume, I think, what it'd say volume 3, because this has been ongoing for a
Yeah.
little bit.
All right, so we're gonna skip it if it's ongoing.
People are gonna think we're being horrible because it's boys'
Okay.
love. It's just boring sounding. Half
No,
these
no,
have
it's
all
boring.
been boring.
Bye.
All of these have been boring.
Okay,
Super Morning Star.
Okay, this looks interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. At high school, Kaido seems to
Man,
be
there are a
scary
lot of these.
but he's leading a second life as the star of a Sentai superhero live show. When
Okay.
Sentai superfan classmate Honda discovers Kaido's secret, Kaido will stop at nothing to make sure it doesn't get out. But despite
Uh-huh.
himself, the charismatic performer finds himself falling for his biggest fan.
Okay.
That's
so
all you had to do.
Oh, this just sounds like Black and White, but just
Yeah.
in high school for freaks.
Now this one says, "All right, yeah,
But it's to
nothing.
the point.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
yeah."
the
The
point.
series sounds, but there's a hook right there.
At least
Somewhat.
you know what you're kind of getting into.
I would have
Right.
named it. I would have called it touching Sentai tips, and then just boom, that sells itself.
Okay, moving on. Oh God, are we done yet? I'm about to just turn this off soon.
Oh, I
You know who
You
does a
can
better
swap.
job?
There's just
It's
one
those,
carriage.
employees.
One I want you to feature. If we could just get to that one, but we skip all the other ones. Just get
Wait,
to the
this
point.
sounds kind of entertaining to me.
Okay.
Go for it, Nick. Go for it.
Well, let's read up the top. What was it? Something can't keep it in?
Ogami.
Okay.
Oh, Ogami-san can keep it in. Ogami-san has been keeping a dirty little secret from his
Alright.
peers at school. Puberty has emptied her mind of everything but perverted fantasies. For the sake of leading on the ordinary school life, she pulls out all the stops to keep her from mentally wild side under wraps. But when she literally reaches a hand out to Kun, A cute but mysterious boy in her class. Her innocent thoughts just come spilling all out. All she wants to do is to get to know whose phone's vibrating to keep him and his body better. But she can't do that without the risk of exposing her true self. What's a girl to do? Get a bad dragon.
That sounds a little close to this, but yeah.
That's been the most interesting one so far, I think.
It's the
Yeah,
journey that'll make
but-
it fun.
Remember,
So I'm actually interested in this.
how can I put this so we don't get in trouble? Just remember, you're not paying. It'll be worth it in the end.
I'm buying it.
Okay, now my lovesick life as a '90s otaku.
This
Ooh.
one
Okay,
sounded
okay.
okay. I could say that one sounded okay. It was
Yeah.
like borderline radar. So I feel like it's
Definitely
heavy
at 90s.
Otaku culture has finally become mainstream, and Megumi can't quite get used to it. Divorced with a teenage daughter, Megumi thinks fondly back to her days as an anime and manga otaku in 1995. That year, she transferred to a new school and decided to start fresh by hiding her otaku interests. She found
Wait a
herself taken under the wing of a basketball ace named Masumi, who got a kind heart and looks just like one of her favorite characters. But that Megumi catches a whiff of destiny in the air, she's crushed to learn that Masumi detests otaku.
Is that how you pronounce that name in English?
I don't know, I'm saying it really fast.
I'm like, you're missing letters.
Yeah,
Did I teach you how to read?
what?
1995. That's when I was born. It looks
was
like they're
11.
gonna be using
I
the
was
newer
about to say, don't even
style
ask.
or the older style. If they do that, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. That's what I thought was interesting sort of about it too. It has that like older vibe feel to it. So that's why I was like, I'm on the fence. Now the next one, this is in my top 10 most anticipated manga of the year. I cannot wait for this to release.
This is
I'm
webtoon
like,
feel.
yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
like, it's captured me. I need it. It gives me low-key vibes of A Sign of Affection, but different.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I keep hoping that Kodansha will hurry up and give us a pre-order, and there has not been one. But that one, out of the whole
Okay,
list
Laura.
that we talked about tonight, that is my number one. I was like, if we could just get to this one, I'll be fine. That had to be the last
Best
one.
last.
Tell us about it, Laura.
Let's see. So they're in college, and this girl, she's wanting to fall in love, and she like ends up going to a club with her friend, and she just keeps like failing at meeting. Like she'll meet these guys, they don't really click, and she's like, I'm never gonna find my soulmate. But when she like leaves this club, she bumps into this dude who's really quiet, and I guess she takes like an interest in him, and they sort of end up hitting it off. But he's not the way he looks doesn't necessarily seem to fit with his personality. So, and that's just sort of like their love story, and I'm assuming her soulmate. That is the same Monica that did Waiting for Spring. So, but that's all I remember.
Then
Hopefully
maybe
that
don't go to clubs to find somebody. You know?
they would have the manga though. Not that I've ever been to a club, but still, I was like, I'm very, very curious and very excited. I didn't finish Waiting for Spring, but I'm just like, I'm sold on the blurb and finding your soulmate. I'm like, that speaks the romantic side of me. So I'm hoping that's really good. I know a few people, like Christy Lou has read it, and there's only 2 volumes that are
Let's
out.
ban Hartless Weeb from the chat. Let's do it.
They all sound like trash. Like all of
Oh,
none of
yeah,
them
this one,
sounded
Nate,
good.
not
this
That's
one.
one.
The one that
all the
sounded
others.
the one that sounded good, you found out they're doing naughty things, like they're eating candy and crap. Like it's not sexy time. I was so hurt.
It had us in the beginning, and then Laura brought in reality. Like, no, that's not what
I
it is.
could not find it, but I know people talked about it because I was like, I'm not getting this one. I was like, this is not going to be my kind of manga. And I was reading the comments, and they're like, it's not what it seems. And I was like, oh, well, that's like promoting, I feel like. So, because I think, I mean, I guess not that it matters. I do think it's a
Laura.
JoJo manga.
Yeah,
But-
whoever wrote the synopsis, I hate that person.
These have all been pretty subpar.
I found 3 that I'm interested already.
I think
can't
further
wait.
down though, when it brings up Windbreaker.
Oh
I
god
don't know if
damn
y'all
it! There's
seen that.
more coming. Oh.
Is there more? Oh
There's
my
actually-
goodness, I thought that was the last one.
Whoa.
You do know I get him at 5 in the morning every day, right? This
guys
is
wanna see
why
my cat?
I hate this.
I'm gonna
Yes,
end with
kitty.
this because the rest of it looks like it's just like cooking books for witch
Is this like the Asian Daddy King of the Hill, Limbo King?
Read it and tell me.
Okay, you got an albino and a giant.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's pigment challenged. Don't call him an albino. That's racist, okay?
Oh shoot! Let me put that on the
We
list.
don't want to get canceled, Bo.
Sorry.
Who knows what's going on with the new YouTube terms of service? Okay, that could be
Oh,
offensive to someone.
God, read the first sentence.
It's been 8 years since the pandemic in which the deadly sleeping sickness, that's where usually people die, that's what I call dying in your sleep, claimed millions of lives after
All right, guys, that's a wrap.
injury that cost him a leg. This sounds stupid. I want to buy it. In nearly his life, Petty Officer Adam Garfield retires from the active service in the U.S. Navy, but his plan is to focus on his family and physical therapy that is shattered when he receives a secret word that sleeping sickness has returned. Oh no. And his job to bring back the mysterious man who helped cure the... Oh, it's kind of squished up. Cured by driving into people's memories, a man known by codename King.
I don't know. That was all
Hell,
over the place.
What? God damn it, Bobby. What?
I seen a lot of anime and manga seem to like to use the whole sleepy sickness route.
Sleepy
Like this is
Harry.
probably the third time I've heard sleepy sickness in a different manga.
It's
Where you
called
have
the
to go into their brains to
I feel
to
like that
find
guy
the
in the
cure.
cover and the white hair.
Yeah.
This is how I feel about this one.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here's what I read. Ready? Oh, you
Not
can't see me.
interested.
Okay, now look at the next one.
You're kidding. There's another one?
No,
Volume
okay, the next
27?
one.
Rob, it gets good at volume 322. Like, you didn't know that?
Okay, I'm skipping
Windbreaker.
most
Oh,
of these.
wow.
Okay, Windbreaker.
What's
I
up with the
actually-
dudes with
the
like
other
the panda hair?
I actually went through a couple of chapters on this. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like a funny version
He's
of
back.
Tokyo Revengers.
Tell
Alright,
me
tell
it's
us
like a
about it,
magical windbreaker, like that just like is like Kill la Kill and just takes over and he beats the stuff out of people.
I
I'll stop
would
myself.
read
Will
that.
it get you to buy it? Yes.
Yes.
I would read that.
Okay, so whatever his name is wants nothing to do with weaklings. He's only interested in the strongest of the strong. He just started at Furin High School, a school of degenerates known only for their brawling strength. Strength that used to protect their town from anyone who wishes it ill. But he's not interested in being a hero or being part of any sort of team. He just wants to fight his way to the top. This is like Crow Zero.
Why does he have two different colored eyes? If you look really closely, he's got an orange and a blue eye. Is that like his special power? Just like
Yes.
the windbreaker connect with him like Bluetooth through his eyeball?
It is.
Activate windbreaker. Go!
You think there's like swishing sounds in the manga when he's walking in his windbreaker?
I honestly thought it was a sports manga by the cover.
Well, they don't secretly
Well,
tell
they
you, but on the
brawl.
back it says FBI and he's really an undercover agent, but you don't find that until the end of the series at like chapter 53 when it gets really good.
All right, we need Nick to write manga.
No. What his job is to take horrible manga and then make it better.
Next thing you
just
know,
add
every single
dinosaurs.
one of
Ooh,
these
this
is gonna
looks
have
cute.
like $9 million in sales.
What is this? This sounds cute. I
Go for it,
blame.
Nick.
All right. Tying the knot with Agami's sister. Synopsis. Blah, 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 blah. Has had a rough start to her life, but plans to forget all that by achieving his dream. Man, what the it's so tiny. I'm trying to read it. Matriculating into medical school. I can't even read anymore. But when
You
he
want I can
arrives,
read?
fine, read
Articulating
it.
into medical skill. But when he arrives at his new foster home, a working shrine, his dream of a quiet place to study goes up in smoke. Not only will he be living with the three beautiful, lively something sisters, but he learns that he must marry one of them and take over the temple.
Why?
I am sold. This sounds awesome.
Walmart brand quintessential quintuple.
What is
Yeah,
Amagami
that's
mean?
my exact thought.
What's up?
Anybody know?
What you say?
What does Amagami mean? Is it
I don't
just
know.
like
That's
their
their probably their last name.
Let's
Hmm.
Google that. That's why we get the Googles.
Right.
Because there's also another series called Amagami SS and like Amagami SS Plus.
SS just popped up. What's this called? Amagami.
Tying the knot with the Yamagami sisters.
Tying the knot with it. I could actually get behind in this.
It's probably the most interesting one so far.
Uryu, Kamihate.
What's going on with that next one?
Vinland Saga.
Deluxe edition?
Yes.
I had the
What the
deluxe
heck?
edition.
Vinland
No,
Saga.
this is
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say we already had the.
No, this is supposed to be like almost like leather bound, and it's supposed to be.
Do not tell me that.
Oh my God. I already have
Cover
one,
art,
like-
not final. I just bought 13 yesterday. Well, like 2 days ago.
Oh,
What the
no.
hell?
Yeah, because I
You
tried
could have
that.
waited.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Bleed me dry, please, Kanancha. Please bleed
Yeah.
me dry.
Yeah. Go ahead and like twist the knife, making it full color.
No, that's later. That's
I
when you go.
figured that.
Oh, yeah.
I love
So they
Vinland Saga.
got the Ice Phoenix. Stop.
When it's special powers.
Oh my god. You saw that, right, Nick?
Yep.
All right.
Who's deleting these faster than me? This is pretty funny.
Okay, we know about Blue Period. We know about
That's
something.
also
What are they
word.
doing? Omnibuses for
Omnibuses.
these?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh no, box set for Blue Period.
Okay, can we talk about how stupid these box sets are with 1 to like 5 volumes in it, and they're like charging you full
Yeah.
price? You're not getting a discount. You
Mhm.
what?
Right.
Sweat and Soap came with a set of stickers. Yeah, I want those stickers, but I'm not gonna buy it again. I love Sweat and
I
Soap.
know. Yeah.
I don't know
Just
why
putting
I
one
saw the
on.
word deep in front instead of strep, but yeah.
Ooh, I'm
Did they
excited
really
to
do
do this
this?
one.
See, didn't Magic Knight Rayearth like
Paperback.
wasn't it super expensive though, like in an omnibus version? Because I wanted it, but I didn't want to spend the money on it.
That's
Same.
interesting.
I
Well,
didn't
they
know
said
if I
this
was
is
gonna
like
like
a
it.
paperback.
Well, I like
But I don't
Clamp.
know if
Clamp's always good.
All right, that's it. We're done.
Yay.
Yay! Now for the worst manga.
I think we read that.
It's only 10
Oh.
o'clock.
I already did my top 5. It was in that list.
Yeah, that'll be 2023.
What we just read, see previous clip. Oh god. All right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Laura, do you want to start off with what your top 5 worst manga was for 2022?
We can. Mine's all the way at the top of the chat. Do you see it?
Oh, you guys have it in the
I see
chat?
Nick, and then I see Nick, and then I see Bianca.
And then Nick, and then Nick, and then Nick, and then Nick, and then Nick finally figured it out
Oh,
and
here
had
we go.
working links.
Yeah,
Here we
it
go.
did the formatting weird, but it's the first one, I guess.
Well, what happened is he beat you to the first. So
Bianca, you can't bounce around. You get a halo beam with your background. Are you wearing a
All right.
beanie, or is that just like the trail?
Oh no. This is some sort of headband for like
Oh, okay.
showers and
Hilo.
stuff. But it's pink, so it's kind of hard to see.
No,
is
not
this?
that one. Not that one. I haven't read that
No.
one.
Lord.
Mine's at the very, very top. Let me try resending it.
This
Yeah, I was
sounds
about to
cool, though. What is this? This sounds
That's
cool.
that
Let's
long
read this
title one.
instead.
The title's too long. Boo.
Yeah, but that's how you know it's good. It's an
No,
isekai,
you
first of
don't.
all.
You're
It's a
lame.
light novel that's made
Try
into an
that one,
isekai.
I want the title like going along the page, like going up the.
Try that one at the very bottom.
or like in a circle because it's
Oh, since I don't really have a top 5, can you move me to the bottom where Elite is?
Sure.
sure.
And we
why
just
not?
got volunteered to move up, and he didn't even know it.
Yeah, put Elite in the number 2 spot.
Surprise him.
I put the new link in there, Carrie, so hopefully that's the right one.
Okay, like there's a lot coming in here, and I'm like,
I didn't know we were sending links, so I guess I gotta send that.
no, you don't have to do links. You can just.
You didn't make a PowerPoint?
Oh.
No.
Actually,
You have the physical
Hold on.
book. You can show the physical book. If you just want to talk about it, you can just talk about it.
Here we go.
I literally
Okay.
just made a little notes.
Okay, so
Alright.
I don't know, Volume 1 released last year. I think it did. This is like a very, very, very quirky take on otome games. It's making fun of them, and it's just supposed to be
Oh,
really funny. And
gosh.
I really enjoyed it because the main girl is super realistic. Like, she's like, this is garbage. And so I loved the first one. Thought it was really funny. I read Volume 2, and this is supposed to be a romance, and that guy on the cover totally dissed her. The best friend, because she gets in this otome game to help her best friend escape it. Her best friend just went off the deep end, and she's like, I'm the savior. You guys are my lambs. I'm going to burn the whole world. And mind you, she has spent like real life savings, all of it on this game just to burn everything down. And I was like, this is, I wouldn't say it's garbage, but I hated it. Like, I can honestly say this is one of my worst manga that I read of this year. I was so disappointed, and I'm like, I would only recommend volume 1, and that would be it. Like, it just, I don't know. I'm like, it had its nice quirks in the first volume, but to go off the deep end where things just didn't make sense, and we had suddenly like this Peach character that almost died. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, because there's like a giant guy, there's a dude who's a teacher, there's a guy that's only like 5 inches tall. It was a hot mess, and I just, no.
What's wrong with 5 inches tall?
He was my favorite character, though. I loved him. He had such a very witty personality. He was great. I can honestly say he was my favorite character out of everybody in the whole manga. I was like, he didn't get any page time in the second volume at all. So
they were just trying to keep him down hard, you know, like.
Wait, if there was a joke, I totally missed it.
Oh, you missed like 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
Don't
My
do
bad.
that.
Don't mind me. But yeah, that was, I feel like, my worst manga that I read this last year. Last year. It was false advertising. And not only that, for one last little rant, the last quarter of the manga was completely unrelated. It was her, the mangaka, she makes like these dolls, and she just broke down her process. I'm like, this has nothing to do with the story. Like, this is just endless space. And I'm like, that's great for you, but I don't care about that. You could have fleshed out the story, made it less weird, and given it more substance, in my opinion. But it was weird.
I'm assuming it was probably canceled.
No, it was just 2 volumes. So maybe it was canceled like in Japan. I don't know. When I looked on Amazon, like, it had really low ratings. So
except My Little Monster is better storytelling.
well, I haven't read My Little Monster, but my husband just watched the anime, and I'm pretty salty because I'm like, you're watching shoujo before I've watched or read it.
Oh, no. But yeah, I recommend it, whether reading it or watching it. Do either. It's great.
Oh, thank you for letting me know, Kitty Cat. I feel better because I was like, I'm not getting the jokes.
I think what's been really funny is if this was supposed to be a one-shot, and they're like, no, we want you to continue it. And they're like, okay, so I'm going to just crap on this entire thing now, and hopefully it'll get canceled.
Language.
You know,
No, you can say crap, you can say ass, and you can say hell.
Oh.
Those are
He checked it
acceptable.
out. He confirmed it.
I did have
So
the one
do you-
F-bomb, so.
All right. Elite, do you have one ready?
Sure, yeah. I have the list here in front of me.
Okay.
And
What's
the
your
first
number
one,
5?
Margs is going to hate me for this. I
Uh-oh.
know it. It is...
Film 100.
No, it is Uzumaki / Dissolving Classroom.
You son of... No.
Well, I guess
Wait,
more than
wait.
one person was
It's
going to
just a
hate me.
snail, right?
Yeah.
That's a part of it.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just I read Dissolving Classroom first. I thought it was just okay. There was nothing special about it. I just think I had high hopes for Junji Ito because everybody just talks highly about him and all of his like he's like the master of horror manga.
As they should. Yeah.
And I guess I had high hopes and it disappointed me. So I gave him another shot by reading Uzumaki because that's apparently his greatest works. And I was just left wanting more when I finished reading that one as well. So yeah, I think I'm done with Junji Ito.
No.
I mean, if I
man.
read Uzumaki, which is his best, I don't think there's any point in trying to read anything else.
No.
Yeah, I would have kind of... I'd see your way because Uzumaki is like, in my opinion, his best work. And if you don't like that, you're not going to like anything else.
Yeah, I mean, the art was good. I liked the art, but the story just didn't do much for me.
Yeah, the ending can kind of can mess you up. I remember that one just messed me up for a few weeks. I just finished like, oh my god,
Oh shoot. But yeah, that's my number 5.
All right, so Slowpoke, what was your?
All right, what's your number 5? Because I think Slowpoke is sleeping.
All right, for me, it started off really great, but it just for me it was Beauty and the Feast. You have a older woman who's lost her husband, and basically she used to cook for him, and she loved cooking for him and everything. And then you have this young guy who's in high school. He's in the baseball team, and he's got a really large appetite. So kind of a match made as far as friends go. It's really sweet in the volume 1. It basically shows that they're there for each other like friends, and it's really sweet because she finally has someone to cook for, and he has someone to come home to because he lives on his own. And it started off real sweet, and then it got a little not sweet. I'd say volumes 2 and 3. It's like, huh?
Was I right about the red flag?
I think so, because basically you have this woman coming to her school, and it gets kind of sus. I mean, like she a little creepy because she's a full grown adult and he's in high school. So that nothing's done, but it just gets into the really sus content. I'm like, I don't like where this is going.
Fan service type of content. Oh no, I fell on your boobs just by accident.
Nothing like that, but it just kind of implies that they're falling in love with each other. It's like,
see, yeah, my husband was interested in that, so I was really curious when you showed that one of what you thought, because I was like, I felt the same way. I was like, volume 1 seems really cute, but the more I saw the covers, I was like,
I was the covers too.
Because flip it.
This looks weird.
Yeah, flip it to flip the genders, and this would be very, very creepy, and as it should this way, because then you would have a guy go into a school to visit a girl.
Really creepy.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like that fell from my that fell.
All right, Mark, what's your number 5?
See, I put the link in the thingy down there.
All right.
It's the first one.
Hello. This one?
Yep. That's it.
Oh, this looks so bad. Like stupid crystal people.
Yeah, it was just so boring. It was a total snooze fest.
Is the anime better?
I've heard nothing but good things about this one.
I did too. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'll check it out because I found it at a half-price bookstore. And I'm like, sure, for $5, I'll check this out. I mean, the art was gorgeous. The story was just, it was just so boring. And it was so kind of hard to follow as well. And and I picked it up because it didn't have like a lot of words. It just had some pretty art, but the words that were in there, I'm like, I don't, like you said, you read something over and over again and you don't know what you're reading.
Yeah,
that was this, and I'm like,
it reminded me of Aeon Flux. Do you remember that?
It was
great.
Aeon Flux was a hot dumpster fire. That and the mask.
Yeah, that
loved
animation was. I couldn't stop watching it, but I was like, "This is horrible," but I just can't look away.
Yeah, I mean, the art was really good. It was just, I didn't even make it through the whole volume because I just couldn't. It was just
apparently
so bad.
This is one of those very deep kind of projects.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, it's that type. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll see what I can do. I still haven't watched it. It's still on my watch list.
I'm not a very deep analytical person, so this was totally boring for me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't.
So, if you're a Steven Universe fan, you'd like this?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
I'm pretty sure Steven Universe would actually be a lot more interesting.
I like
than this. There's no deep things about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my hot take.
Oh
I
my
gotta
god,
find
Bianca
Nick.
died.
I know.
Yeah,
She's a ghost.
Somewhere
On
behind
to
the piano.
Jazz club.
She's underneath that tablecloth.
Ooh.
All right, what'd you pick for me? I think doesn't matter what order you did it in. Just throw it up.
I know. I'm trying to like.
Through the signs.
All right.
What we got?
Oh,
Oh, it is Strip the Flash.
yeah, that looks dumb.
Why does this look like a young adult, but also supposed to be old, but his face is too cute?
It's
I know.
actually
A child with facial hair.
that is a girl that went through a transition. That was the only good story in there.
Oh.
It is 5 short stories. I can read you the synopsis real quick on the back because I have the book here. I thought it was going to be, about cannibals. I was like, hell yeah, it's about cannibals.
Yeah.
It wasn't about cannibals. I got let down. And that's why you flip through it before you buy stuff.
Mhm.
It says
I'm gonna get
Chika
canceled.
Ogun has never doubted who he is, although the rest of the world hasn't been kind. Bound by his mother's dying wish, Chikai tries to be a good daughter to his ailing father. But when the burden becomes too great, Chikai sets out to remake himself on his own image and discovers more than just personal freedoms in his transformation. He finds understanding from the people who matter the most. It was a cute story. Basically, the girl wants to become a man. She goes hunting. She's a big YouTuber with her father and everything. That was a cute story. But there are like 5 other stories that were jammed there. There's like one, like an old lady died that like she was talking to another girl at a gravesite. It was just all over the place. It was a hot mess. I didn't like it. So mega toss.
I
Yeah.
agree with Euro Kitty. You're canceled now. You can't not like that.
Oh no, that was the only story I liked. The rest of them were trash. Like,
No. You didn't like a part of it, so you're canceled. You're gone. Carrie, can we remove him?
oh my god. Well, I'm not going to show you, but my slowpoke actually caught the book that I threw. That was cute.
Oh.
Should have handed
Bianca,
over.
did you want me to do this one for you? You have something in the chat, and I didn't know if you wanted me to bring that up.
Yeah, go ahead for me, Carrie. I appreciate it. Pew 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 pew. It's me. Pew pew.
Bianca, you gone? All right, I'll just remove it. Did you put a manga in the chat you wanted to talk about?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay, then we're moving on.
Which chat are you guys sending pictures to?
The
Private
private
chat.
one.
The one that's part of the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know if I can get on
The
that.
top left.
While I'm on the phone. Can I get on it 2 times?
It should be still on your phone. You should be able to access it. Oh, are you on a pad or you're on your phone? You're on your phone right now,
Yeah, the phone is where I'm streaming from, and then I have the tablet in front of me.
bro. That's why you need to get like a dual screen. You can do it all at once.
That quality is from a
Yeah.
phone. Jeez.
Humble brag.
No wonder I was so confused. I was, for some reason, waiting for Marge, forgetting that she already went.
All right, well, I'm going to skip ahead. This one is not technically a manga, it's a manhwa, but I did a rant video about this, and
Don't
I
you
know
do it.
the manga sloth also hates it, and it is called Tomb Raider King. And the reason is because it's the same damn story repackaged over and over again with manhwa.
It is.
It is just a guy once again going in through like portals to battle things and has a stupid video game interface that tells him when he's getting stronger. It's like solo leveling,
Redo Hero.
the world after the fall. It's like, can we get something different, please?
Now you gotta get the
So-
copycats. They make the money.
And I don't know who to blame. Is it just what's popular in Korea, or is it just what they're licensing over here? I have no idea.
I wonder.
Probably. You know, Solo Leveling did really good. You know what else would do good? The exact same story.
Oh, I was gonna say not dying, but okay.
Oh God. Laura's like, huh?
Yeah, I haven't read either one of them. I still haven't watched your video. I'm afraid to watch it because I was like, well, I flipped through it at Walmart the other day, and I was like, I think I know why she ran it on this.
Yeah, I did the
It's
same.
literally
I'm like,
solo
"Ah."
leveling again, but with like a slightly different premise. But it's the same damn thing, same type of character.
Well, do they
Overdone.
do
She
they have
almost made it. So
do Do they have a Doshinji version called like Womb Raider? Because I'd read that.
I put my
Yeah,
link out in the
I'd
chat.
read it too.
Okay.
I got degenerates on both sides of me.
She's surrounded.
Yeah, I agree with Ergo Kitty.
Oh my goodness.
I think I accidentally did my list backwards. My bad.
That's okay. All right, Laura.
All right. This is volume 3 of I Was Reincarnated in an Anime Game, but all the boys love me anyway. I'm so salty about this. I have loved volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 was actually my top 10 favorites of, I think, last year. And so I was or earlier last year, or the 2021. So I was super hyped. Volume 3 was a train wreck. I'm like, we have psychopathic boyfriend syndrome in multiple guys. I'm like, nobody is themselves. The main girl, who I really related to before this volume, is a hot mess. She is like so afraid to do anything and everything. And it's like either she's avoiding the guys, but the guys are like being super overly possessive. And I'm like, none of these characters were like that in the first 2 volumes. So I'm like, what the heck happened in this 3rd volume? And then we have this new guy. I don't even know who he is. I could care less about him. And my favorite dude that I was actually cheering for in this Otome game, since she's recurring Otome game, he is the worst one. I'm like, you were so sweet, so kind. And it was like the Monko was like, you know what? You're too kind. We just need you to be a jerk, super, possessive. And, just be like, I'll do anything, whether I die or she dies, I'm still going to be with her. And I'm like, what happened? So this was definitely another one that was like a psycho boyfriend. Yeah, it was so horrible. Like, I can handle a little bit of red flag stuff, but they just, all of them, it was like all of them hit a switch and they just went off the deep end.
But it's not true love until like you die together. Like that just strengthens the bond.
It sounds like it's full of misogyny.
In this cover,
I confess, I totally sold after that 3rd one. I went and sold my volumes. I was like, I'm not going to read anymore. I was like, you just ruined my favorite characters here, manga. I was like, forget it, I'm done. So that was one of my worst ones.
Moral of the story: don't buy Tokyo Pop.
Yeah.
Did you not read my comment above?
I did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the reason why it was bad, it was Tokyo Pop. No, mine too. The one above him.
Yeah.
Tokyo Pop's just trash.
It's true.
One of my other ones is a Tokyo Pop one too.
All right, before we get to Elite's number 4, I want to remind everybody, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Getting real close to 600. Let's do it. All right, Elite, what is your number 4?
All right, I sent a link this time. So that way you guys can know what I'm talking about. Because, I don't know, this one, I don't see it on too many people's hauls. I don't think many people pick this one up. So I sent a link. It's called Failed Princesses. Oh, shit, let me turn this off because I'm hearing an echo.
I think it's going to be really small, though.
Oh, did I send a horrible link? Yeah, I
This
just
looks
copied.
cute though. You can zoom in. With
I've
the link.
never seen this.
Left click and
Yeah,
for the properties, zoom in like 300%.
It's not bad. Like, I think some of you guys might actually enjoy it.
what was that supposed to mean?
It's just not for me because it was a little too cutesy. Like, it's a Yuri manga. It's one of the few Yuri manga that I've read. And it was just, they talk about like wearing makeup and like it's all in high school, and it's just, it was a little too kiddie for me, like a little too cute.
Oh.
Which I think was the main issue and why I wasn't feeding it.
For his girly.
Yeah, it was girly, and I'm not gonna lie though. By volume 3, it kind of was starting to get to me. Like I kind of wanted to continue it, but I didn't read much manga that like I didn't love or like that I didn't like last year. So I'm just including this one on the list, but I'm not gonna continue it. It was kind of mid for me, so I'm just gonna drop it at volume 3.
If they don't scissor, it don't sizzle.
They're also in high school. If one of you guys want it, I don't mind like giving it to you guys. If you guys want to check it out.
Sounds cute.
Like I said, I think one of you guys might enjoy it.
Oh, he's back.
Sounds like blah.
Xerxes.
Zoinks.
Oh boy.
Jinkies.
I like how Bianca's a goddamn ghost.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
where'd she go?
Being ghosted.
Ghosted.
All right, Bo, you're up next, right?
Oh,
Oh, I haven't
The
read it yet.
gauntlet.
I only have 9 volumes of it. I need to
No
read.
justification. Next. Right?
Okay.
Oh no! Explain yourself,
No,
sir.
you do need to talk.
Maybe I need to read more of this because everybody raves about it. But honestly, I found the very first volume to be boring. I mean, the kid's in middle school and he's hanging out like out after dark, like just hang. I don't know. It was just I didn't feel it.
It's because your parents loved you. You don't understand what it's like to be a delinquent hanging out late at night just by yourself and a vampire chills with you. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
That has to be it. It wasn't for me. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I mean,
okay, let me ask you.
there
Get
has to be a
out of
reason why
here,
everybody.
prof.
Thank you.
You're hating
Hello.
guy.
Have you read Bakemonogatari?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I
Because it's
haven't
pretty much the
actually
same
done.
premise, but better.
Check it out. But there is an anime. I mean, eventually, I think I'll check it out, and if I like the anime, I'll probably dip back in. But I just didn't. Yeah, I agree with that.
I will say that wasn't he in middle school? He's in
Yeah.
middle school and he's like, I'm so bored and so over life. And I'm like, dude, you're only in middle school.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
you have
metal.
so much more longer to go. I mean, you haven't even entered the workforce yet.
No, that crushes your soul more. Ask any one of us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, dude, if you're having a rough time of like middle school, it's like you're
What do you
ready
know
to
of
call it
life?
quits now.
I think Sergeant Ducky did a rant about that. It's like, what do you know of life? You harbor no grudges. You don't work a full-time job where that's soul crushing and I don't know.
Yeah.
Done.
All right, Marg. Did you
All
say
right.
one?
Yeah, my number 4's in that cluster of links I sent.
Well, let me find the next link.
We're gonna have to come up with like a.
It's not Kitty Cat. I don't like it at all.
Oh yeah.
Box of Light.
Thank you.
This was the most disappointing volume. I mean, the cover got me.
Yep.
It looks really cool. It's a convenience store that's on the edge of life and death. So these are people that enter this convenience store and they're on the verge of dying and they have like, either unfinished business or something they want to do before they die. And I was like, wow, okay, this sounds really cool. Boring. So boring. I'm just like,
You
okay.
are so animated right now. I love your enthusiasm.
I get really worked up about stuff I've read that I just don't like. But yeah, it was just I finished reading this one because I'm like, maybe it gets better because I had so many high hopes for this one. But it just let me down. So, it was, I think I gave it like 2 stars, I think.
Yes, it's also on my list as well.
Yeah.
I hated that you just didn't like any of the characters. There's no investment. Like you didn't know who these people were, what they liked, and when it came to the first couple of stories, honestly, I think they were skippable. There was no reason for them to even be in there, and they didn't make any sense whatsoever. You had the what was it? The guy that couldn't make up his mind or make decisions.
Yeah,
his
he was
story
trying to choose
was
between 2 things in the store, and it was.
Basically, you have a character who's like, oh, he's so indecisive, and he's making his way to the store. So apparently, he's on the verge of death if he's there. But he's there with his sister, who decides to stay outside and play with this darkness being whatever. And he's in there. He's trying to decide on what to get his sister, and then he starts noticing his sister's being overtaken by that darkness thing. and it's like, oh, I gotta choose something, and then it kind of flashes back to him being indecisive about random things,
like cornflakes or Cheerios or something. I forget
Yeah.
what it was.
and then he eventually makes a decision. I'm not entirely sure what made the decision, and he wakes up in a field, and apparently he has some candy on him that he's able to eat, and I guess maybe you kind of guess what had happened. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell
Is
you
that one of my
afterwards.
blackout stories of like where I get really messed up and wake up somewhere and I
Yes.
go, what the hell happened? I'm alive.
And no character progression at all, because at the very end it's like, hey, he's with a friend, it's like, hey, let's go in here and get this. Maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about it was there was one guy, it showed him like in a field or something, and he was about to die.
That's
And I forget, was it an accident or something?
No, he was hiking.
Car accident?
Apparently he went. Oh, you're talking about the third chapter. I
Yeah,
actually
the car
like that
accident.
chapter.
I did too. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is interesting. It's showing how this guy is like in limbo
employee.
between life and death, and it's showing like, you know, how he got to this point. And then after that, it was kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah, you ended up
like,
didn't
that was
care.
it.
If it started there and then went with character progression after that, I think it would have been really good. It could be salvageable in the next one if they expand on certain things, but I don't think they are. I don't think this manga knows about character progression, or I don't know.
Yeah, it was just too boring.
At least the cover's pretty. I can say
The cover
that.
was pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
The second one, volume 2, doesn't. It's just basically
No.
one of the employees. That's all it is.
Yeah. It wasn't quite as exciting or engaging.
No, that's another one where the synopsis was better than the actual manga. It's like, okay, you got me again.
Yeah, and again, it has a lot of potential. It has a lot of great ideas, and I think that's what some people support it, and I think it's because of that, because you have Darkness Cat and you have the mechanics of how that stuff works. It's like, that's really interesting. That can get me in for another volume, but do something with the writing.
So be an adult and just read Sandman.
There's a K-drama with a hotel that did it better. All right. Next is Nick. I think I have the right one, Nick, but
Sure, just pick one. What do we got?
Ladies
on Top. Yeah, I did a whole review on this
Oh, I didn't know
series.
you didn't like this one.
I hated this.
Really?
I don't know. Can I even say cuck or no? Like, that's what this guy is, and I just didn't like this story. I thought it would be sexy and cute and fun, but he had no balls. He has image problems, and he wants to get spegged. That was the only funny part. Like, I just complete turn off. Didn't like this. I liked the Game Between Suits, and what was the other one?
The Game?
No, the
princess one?
Yeah, the princess one, the Beauty and the Beast one. Those were good, but this one, I didn't like it. Couldn't get past it.
Are you going to look at my recommendation of the one that was kind of similar to this one, the manhwa?
No, that's how we got on the whole topic of Bad Dragon stuff. So no.
What?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, but I just didn't like it. It just was just very flat, boring, and just I don't know, just didn't like it. Wasn't for me. But maybe because I don't want to get pegged. Next one.
All right. This next series started off really good, and I thought it was going to be a breath of fresh air to a certain genre, but then it completely decided to follow the same formula of all the other ones. And I first want to say, Marg, I love you, and I'm sorry.
Why is it always Marg?
That was one of my picks. What the hell?
There's going to be
That's
crossover.
it. I'm leaving.
No.
Marg, you can't be me. Come back, please. We like you.
No.
It has a Netflix series, ma'am. It has a Netflix series coming. So
Yes, thank you.
What?
Oh man, you made
it
Marg
started
leave.
off like with a really funny concept, and then it suddenly just went into like every other like zombie.
The
story,
first two
and
volumes were different and interesting. I really, really liked it.
Yes.
Zombie story.
3 got
It doesn't
kind of
have to
weird.
be groundbreaking.
Volume 5, it was like a copy of The Walking Dead plus what else can I mash into this and just add all these crazy, bombastic, dumb things. Like, I
Train to
hated the shit out of
Busan
this.
I'm sorry,
You mean
Mark. You
crap?
had a lot of hate on your favorite things tonight.
I know.
I'm sorry,
What did
Mark.
do?
I
I'm
had
sorry I
like,
started
high
it.
hopes for this series. I don't even want to watch the live action. I'm just like, you could have just kept with that funny humor with the whole him just like treating like the zombie world like the greatest thing to ever happen, and it just got
Yeah.
The
depressing.
stuff with
worry.
the
and,
shark
like,
in Volume 3 was funny. Like,
I
Yeah, I
love
like
the
the
shark.
shark.
volume.
I
Yes!
like that volume.
Or the
and
friend
then
that's
suddenly
always
the
getting
next one was
Shark.
Negan.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
literally Negan in Volume 4. I was like, I can't do this. And then
I think, yeah.
Volume 8, didn't they have like a goat demon or something?
You read up to
No, you had when he went back to his home with the kid who was like the evil version of him.
I
Yeah.
like the hotel one. Like the hotel, like
Mhm.
what? I thought that was fun.
We got the hotel.
Yeah, I think this. I'm losing my interest in it. I will agree with you with that. It's kind of, it's not the same as
Ugh.
Oh,
Boy,
you
Come
you
on,
imagine
we're
some-
your friends, dude.
So I
At least he
am
likes
losing interest in
crazy
it.
food trucks, so.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Did you say he hated Crazy Food Truck?
No,
Oh,
Stop.
Yes, he did
Oh,
say that.
I love
Yeah.
crazy food
I
trucks.
was like, that's amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I think this is one that they probably should wrap up real quick because at the end of I want to say 6 or 7 when they finished the arc where he's at home, it showed him like kind of jumping around at different places. I'm like, this is probably a good time to kind of start wrapping it up.
Do you know how many volumes it is? Or it's gonna be?
Ah,
I guess we could look it
I
up.
only got 7. I only got
Oh,
7,
wow.
I think. But I think there's 8 right now
Yeah.
I can't believe I had to
in the
think about it.
Netflix series.
It's 12 volumes and ongoing in Japan.
Oh, it's still ongoing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
listen,
they're gonna
also,
Ooh, I think you guys would like the cover of volume 12. Maybe you'll get back into it.
I'll say this.
Just by the
If,
cover. I mean, all the
12-bit?
covers are pretty nice.
if it has a Netflix series, it's only going to get one season of the anime because Netflix is really bad with paying their animation studios. So you're never going to get a season 2.
It's
so who
live
cares?
action.
Oh, so they'll destroy it like everything else they do.
Yes.
Good luck.
All right, Laura, you're number 3. I think I got the right one.
Yeah, I did mine right above.
This one.
Oh,
Oh, don't tell me that. I bought 1 through
Frozen
4. I haven't
Bullet?
read it yet.
You can't tell
All
me
right.
this.
I don't know where to start with this series. First, let me say this, okay? I went in and I was like, this is not my cup of tea, but I was like, I'm going to try it because I'm going to be cool. And the art is gorgeous. And I can honestly say, before things happen in this volume, I could see this as a guilty pleasure kind of manga for me. I don't like vampires. It does have some spice for me personally. I love one of the guys, but this dude, I don't remember his name. He destroyed the whole entire volume series. I was like, I can't even anymore because it is definitely a reverse harem, very much so, because she's the only human and these 4 guys are the vampires. And volume 1 was okay. But volume 2 is really good until he comes on and he more or less like seduces her and is trying to backstab the main dude who's the main love interest. And he's like, I'm going to make you have my blood and you're going to want to have sex with me. They don't. But now she has this connection with him. Whenever time she sees him, she's like, I really want to be intimate with this man, which causes other problems for the other guys in the house. And I just couldn't. Like, the art is so gorgeous, and maybe that doesn't explain much of why this wasn't like a hated manga. This was just like, why was it so good only for it to go so far downhill? So I'm like, if you want a girl who's very, very naive, like ridiculously naive, but is willing to give herself up as a food source with these mysterious things that are going on, and then them all wanting to like tease her with this guy being the worst, where if the one dude Levi hadn't stepped in, that they probably would have done some stuff.
So this
I
is
just-
literally Diabolic Lovers.
Yeah, and I did read ahead in like volume 3 or 4 at the store. I was like, I just need to know if the ship sails, and I really don't know. I really don't know because Stella looks like the main guy's, or I call the main guy. He looks, looks just like his sister, like uncannily like his sister, or like a mother-like figure in his life that had died. And so it has this. That part was pretty weird, and it's like, well, who are you seeing when you look at Stella? But I still really love the ship. But this dude hated his guts. He just causes drama, and I'm just like, how dare you try and seduce the main character just for fun? So that was why I disliked it. But if he wouldn't been on the page, this would have been a guilty pleasure manga for me. As embarrassingly as that is to admit, because it's a hot mess, it's a dumpster fire. But the art is one of the most gorgeous shoujo series of last year, hands down. But the story is just, I don't know. Good luck, Nick. Good luck. I would love to hear your thoughts since you got all 4 volumes, and see how it ends and what becomes of that dumpster fire.
But he's sharing with his homies, right?
It ain't no fun.
No comment.
I meant the blood. Like she's a blood bag for them, basically, right?
Basically, when the first volume ends, you see her on a platter with a fork and knife. So she says, use me as you need, basically. That had more meanings more than I thought. There are more than one meaning.
I think I'm gonna really like it.
You'll be one of the few people I know that enjoyed it, because all of us are like, what happened with this? So
I like hot dumpster fires.
Go for it. I do think that the first half of volume 2 was very, very good. And the funny thing was, is everybody hated the first half of the volume, but that was the part that I felt there was actual connection, and not just, using my blood to seduce the main girl, or get angry at my brother because he's stepping up when I won't, kind of thing. So.
But you didn't finish it? It could have a really heartwarming ending. Like they get married and just like live together happily ever after.
Look, I want to see that, but I'm sure that anything
She doesn't want to tread
that.
through the trash.
Exactly. I was at the store, and I was like, let me just flip through this just to see what happened to the ship. And I think it sails, but I don't want to go through all the other stuff to see.
You gotta wade through a lot of trash to get to diamonds,
There's other things I think she'd rather read.
Yeah.
This sounds more Nick, less Laura.
You pick some of the weirdest titles to try, and I'm always like, that's probably really spicy.
Listen, I feel like when you read this, you're like, Laura, this isn't even spicy. But for me, that was, and I was really embarrassed. That's why I called it a guilty pleasure, because I was like, this is not my typical kind of thing. I do my fluffy shoujo, and that's about it. So, well, and other fluffy things, but that is not fluffy at all. I'm curious to know which guy you'll like, because they're all very different.
Okay,
Maybe I'll
Reed,
read
I think
it
I
this
got
week.
your link.
Oh, it's another small one.
Yeah. It's like, maid I hired recently mysteriously.
The maid I hired recently is mysterious, yes.
Oh.
Where's the is?
Is this the one where she's got the red eyes in the manga?
Yes, I do like that gimmick. I love the whole gimmick, kind of like what they do with Colored is 2, where they just add a splash of color in every other manga panel. In this case, it's every time you see her eyes, they're like purple, really nice purple eyes, which is pretty cool. That's about that's not the only thing I like. I also like the mystery aspect. Like, I want to know who this maid is, because basically we have this kid, his parents passed away, but he was super rich. And then one day this maid just comes and decides that she wants to basically care for this kid, because it's kind of weird. He literally has nobody else in the house. He was all alone. And then she just comes and basically takes care of him, becomes his maid. But I am curious to see who she is, like if she's related to him or something. They're kind of making it seem like there's going to be because the kid actually really loves her. Like, he's even said it before, I love her and I don't want her to be with anybody else but me, which is kind of weird. But yeah, other than that, I'm not a big fan of episodic manga, and this one has like 30 chapters in one volume. It's one of those. I had the same thing with Shed That Skin, Ryagusaki-san. I don't know if any of you guys have read that one, but there was basically every chapter is just like a few pages, and I'm not a big fan of when there's like episodic manga like that. And in this case, they actually like always repeat the first page in every single chapter, where like the maid I hired recently is very mysterious. They literally say that in every single chapter.
I wonder if it started off on Twitter, because Shikimori is not just a cutie, he's like that too for like the first volume.
Well, this one, yeah, because they kind of stopped it by volume 3, because I did give it like the 3-volume rule. I read up to volume 3. But yeah, the only thing I want to know is just what exactly she is to the young master, is what they call him. So I might just read some cliff notes or something, just spoil it. But yeah. I'm pretty much dropping it at this point. Actually, no, I haven't sold it yet. It's on my Mercari.
Isn't this one getting an anime, or does have an anime?
It has an anime.
Oh, has? Yeah. It's already out?
Yep, it's airing. I think it's currently airing, or it did air in winter or something like that.
Oh, I'm behind the times.
But yeah, that is my number 3.
All right, Bo, you're up.
Oh.
So I'm a spider, so what? I absolutely loved it. I love the anime, and I hate the fact that you get one of these like a year. It is still not caught up to the anime. I think probably maybe another year until it catches up to the anime. But after you get to the past the anime portion, because I've listened to the novels, it jumps the shark. It just gets really boring really quick.
In the manga or the anime?
In the novel. So maybe it'll be good all the way until like chapter 14. Like this one right here, I think this is where they introduce the puppet spiders, and those are actually really cool. It has a lot of good, cool concepts like that, and I love the fact that she's always struggling with every fight that she has, and it shows unique ways of her rising to the occasion. So I've always loved that, but when she just becomes OP, it just, I don't know, they can't. A lot of stories, when you have an overpowered character, they can't really balance it out, and I feel like that's what they do after the anime.
I think you and the manga slot, they're like the only 2 people I know who've actually read that series.
I have it. I haven't read it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what do you have?
Let's see. Oh, I can't do that. You have my number 3 in there.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's in there.
Like number 3 is the one you sent. Like, no, that's the zombie.
Yeah, I can copy and paste it again. Let's see if that makes it
There's so
easier.
many, I can't even find Nick's next one.
There you go.
All right, let's get that.
It's probably gonna get a lot of hate.
So where's Jacob at? I see it in the URL title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Oh, is that the thing I returned? Better not be gigant. Okay. Oof.
Okay. First of all, okay. How do you say this? Is it Planet Tess? Is it planets? And is it Planet S? Is it
It's Planetes. It's pronounced Planetes.
Okay. So the only thing this thing really has going for it is the art. The art is nice. Everything else sucks. I hate the main character. He takes everyone around him for granted, even his mom, and he's just a trash person, pun intended, because this is about a group of people that clean up space trash, and the story just is constantly changing directions. Like in the first chapter, we see this guy and he just loses his wife, and you think he's going to be the main character, but no, the next chapter like completely switches to this other guy, and you're like, wait, is this him in the past, like when he was younger, or is this like his son? Like, you're just totally like thrown off because they introduce, these other people, and you're like, okay. And then you catch on and you're like, all right, this is a new guy for some reason. We're following this person. And just none of the characters were really that great. There was nothing compelling me to read another, the next omnibus, which I Buddy read this with Mainly Manga on Instagram. We both hated it so much. I told him, I was like, he read the second one and he had to force himself to read the second one, and he gave me permission to just DNF it. And I was like, I told him, I was like, I can't bring myself to read the second one because the first one was so bad. But if I had to pick a favorite character, it would have to be the main character's mom. Like, she was great. She took care of everyone, even though like everyone was being sucky to her. I guess if I had to pick a good trait about the main character, it'd be his ambition to reach his goal of becoming like an, what was it? What was he trying to do? I don't remember. I've kind of blotted this mostly from my memory. So I don't know. He was trying to go on the space like exploration crew, and he was working really hard toward that. But that was the only thing I liked about him. So I don't know. It was just garbage. The art was nice. That's all I have to say about that. I know a lot of people really like this series. It's by the same mangaka that does
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, well, this is like Vinland Saga in space then, right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read it yet. That's what I was hoping. I'm like, all right, Vinland Saga in space.
Vikings.
Yeah, no. I don't
It's
know.
gonna sit on the shelves.
Trash.
Yeah, I mean, I could not bring myself to read the second one, and I had the second one. And I'm like, I can't do it. It just jumps around way too much, and
it came at a good price too. I mean, it was $19.99, but I also had like the 10% off coupon.
yeah,
And I had to get both of them. Like, let me just scoop this up. It was a great deal.
I got it on
Especially
a
the
rice
size.
bundle. I was like, oh, perfect. You know, I read some of Vinland Saga. I really liked it. This should be good too.
All right.
Not in my opinion. But
Nice.
Jacob really
Appreciate
likes it.
Yes, thank you, Master of the TDS. All right, Nick. I think I got the right one.
I just posted 2 more. What number are we on? 3?
4.
Or, yeah.
No.
We're on no,
Oh,
we're on
just
on
it
four.
would be on 4. My bad.
well, the way we're going.
He's
but-
on 4. You're on 4, and then we're going into 3.
Oh wait, I only did 1. I don't know.
No, you did two.
Yeah. All right, ready?
No,
How dare
not
you.
Gigant.
Gigan, yes. I actually
called
hate this series now.
Wow.
Volume 10 ruined
Hate it.
everything. I'm not gonna spoil it, but 8 got a little weird, 9 got even weirder, and then 10 just made me hate it and go, why did I just waste all this time for you to do that?
9.
Oh,
Is that the final volume?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I
I
stopped
will
at 1.
ruin it for everybody if I tell, but like it really pissed me off. The very end is sweet, but like I want to talk more about. I should make a video of why I hate this now, because like this is one of my
Should.
Yeah.
favorite.
Do it.
This is one of my
rant
favorite
video.
mangas.
Rant video.
I just ordered this last volume.
The what?
I just ordered this one.
Yeah, I was so let down. I was like, wow, you took everything I loved and just crapped on it. So yeah. Well, I switched up like because Zom 100 was already taken, so.
I figured there's gonna be crossover. I was gonna like make a
Yeah.
big deal.
Well, I mean, I don't want to hurt Mark's feelings too bad, but I mean, I also have this too.
I missed it.
Shoot.
What happened?
What?
I was gonna do that one next, but that's okay. I'll
I
switch over
didn't
to the
see
other
it.
one.
Let me-
Oh no, you can do it. I have other ones, anyways.
No, it's all right. I'm gonna start with this one. All right. Well, okay. Since the last time I hurt Mark's feelings. It's my turn to hurt Nick's feelings. And
Oh, okay.
just to let you know I love you.
Yes.
But,
Oh, One Piece. I love One Piece and Yona the Dawn and Haiku.
Oh no!
No,
Oh, that's the one I was talking about earlier.
I remember this rant.
I do not like this. I did not like the main character. I just thought she was a bitch, and I was just like, I do not like her. There's nothing about her that's like completely likable at all. The whole like relationship thing seems just very like weird.
So you don't believe in empowered women? They can't sleep around and do what they want? Ugh.
I don't like empowered women who just come off like.
You are so bigoted. You don't even understand how offended.
I don't care.
Carrie, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. We'll finish up right.
My channel. I did not like her. She's just like, yeah, no. Sorry, Nick. All right, Laura, do you have one also now in the chat?
I will get it. Sorry, I was curious about if other people hated the ending of Gigant, and I was reading what they were saying. You're not alone, Nick. You're not alone, apparently.
Yeah, no, I've heard other people say that too.
Yeah.
I think that's the right one. I hope I did the right one.
Now I'm curious.
Okay.
What's so bad about it?
Hopefully nobody here super loves this manga. I tried it because the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love the details. I have not read Assassination Classroom, but I know that's the same manga. I don't know. This one, I felt that the story was interesting, but it was so, in my opinion, unnecessarily bloody. I'm like, you don't have to do blood sprays for every small thing that dies, like whether that's an animal or a human. And
Like a
so that was a
bird?
little bit, I just felt that was too extra for me. I remember I was dying. I skimmed the rest of it because like it did have a good twist to it, I felt, in the beginning with the kid. And I really like the guy who can see the future, supposedly. Like, you don't really know if he can. I really liked him, but just from like when this pig ran up on like a small pig, okay, now like not even like a huge one, but he runs up basically on page, and then there's just like a blood splatter that fills up like half the page, like in the middle, and I'm like so going on both pages, and I'm just like, this is too much.
But how are you going to
It's
know
like-
it's a seinen if it doesn't have a blood splatter every 2 pages?
Ugh.
What's with this guy's hair? It has its bangs, but the bang is connecting to its ponytail.
Wait,
You're
that's a
right.
dude?
That's a dude? Yeah, I thought it was a girl.
Yeah, it's...
Bianca's back.
She returned from the dead.
That I never noticed that until you mentioned it, Bianca. That's
It
really
is so
interesting.
weird.
So I don't know. So I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I know some of the other people like on Goodreads were like, it couldn't be whatever the manga's name is, that it couldn't be his kind of manga without the blood sprays. But I'm just like, I was just here for this kid and seeing. I mean, it implies that he basically does hide and seek all the time, and people can't ever find him or catch him because he's just so fast and so really good at hiding. And the guy that he admires, who's basically like a hero in his country, kills his whole family in the beginning. That's part of the blurb. That's
Yeah.
not spoiler. But he kills his whole family, and so now this kid is like supposed to be like the next emperor or the next shogun. And he is on the run now from the guy that he's admired his whole life. And so it's sort of him having to step up and not be so elusive. But like I said, the blood sprays were too extra. I'm like, I can handle some, but I'm like, this is just too much. I'm like, just too much. So that was one that came to mind. I'm like, no, the cover love could not carry that for me to even attempt to try volume 2. Fire that barber. Get your money back.
All right, so we're gonna go to elites now. I think I got it.
Man, the no sleeping is getting to me.
Yep. Oh, were those the limited edition ones?
Yeah, so these are the
Oh,
ones
you
that you
took
could
one of
only get.
mine.
Huh?
You took one of mine.
Yeah.
no fear, he's doing 2.
It kind of pains me to put these on here because I love Shuzo Oshimi, but these one shots were not it. And honestly, for me, it was just that they were too short. Like maybe if he would have extended them to like an actual volume, it would have been better. But just what we got was very weird. Both of these stories were pretty weird. I mean, the first one, Miss Kisakabe, is about the just sort of like a, I don't even know if I can say it, like a like a cuckold relationship. The guy, I mean, she pretty much goes and has sex with other guys, and then she comes back and has sex with the guy that she's with, which is kind of weird. And the other one, Waltz, was about well, that one wasn't too bad. It's just about a kid that wants to dress up as a girl, and I forgot exactly what happened in that one, to be honest. I just remember that there was a boy that was dressing up as a girl. That's all I can remember because I read these a while ago.
Yeah, and she was like pretending to be this person's friend, and then she started bullying them or something.
Yes, and then there was a guy that he liked, and
Yeah.
and when he went up in front of him dressed as a girl, he ended up beating him up.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, they were just two very like one shots, very weird that I didn't really enjoy. The only things from Shuzo Oshimi I haven't enjoyed so far.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I just noticed something. Right Stuff just got in stock. Oshi no Ko. That thing.
Oh, yeah, volume
Oh,
1.
I want to
Oh.
read that. That sounds so
Me
good.
too.
It just got in
It's
stock.
really
like-
good. I mean,
I
I haven't
just-
read the whole thing. I read quite a few chapters on the show. Was it like one of the show? It's not Shonen Jump, but it's like the different one. I forget what it's called, Shonen Jump Plus or something.
Mhm.
And I was really, really hooked. It's very different than what I've seen before for me personally, but it was very, very engaging. And I'm like, I thought about picking it up, but I think as Danny talks that it does get darker. So I'm like, I need some people to test it out to tell me how dark it gets. But it has a really good setup, and all of the characters are super interesting.
Yes, Nick, I want those.
Aren't they awesome? Wait,
They are pretty cool.
Best Christmas gift ever.
Oh gosh. No, I have already added to my
Look, it's the
order
same
like 3 different
thing, Carrie.
times.
Where did they get them for you?
I think my brother ordered them off Etsy, but you want to see the coolest thing? Like when you go to put them on, you can grab this little handle and just stick your tootsies right in. If you want the uncut feet pics, go to my feets only.
Peter Parker.
Uh,
I
All
just
right,
derailed
Bogey.
the whole chat again. God damn it.
Oh, is it my turn?
I know. Nick wants to go to bed. Come on.
I do. I gotta get up at 5.
Oh.
Dang.
Record of Ragnarok. I do like the art. The original concept seemed interesting to me. When you find out how the humans can contend with the actual gods, that was a bit of a letdown for me. I don't know. That part really affected my decision on continuing it.
Wait, which part?
When you find out how these humans are able to keep up with the gods.
I don't think they went over that in the anime, did they?
I went over it in this thing. So volume 1 here, you kind of find out. Well, plug your ears for a few seconds if you don't want to know. So I'll put my hand down when I'm through spoiling it. So when it comes to Record of Ragnarok, you have gods that are going against people to basically save humanity, because basically the gods are thinking, yeah, it's humans' time's done, so let's just kill them. But a Valkyrie is able to convince them of putting on a tournament of gods versus people during certain people in history, and they're wondering why this one human is keeping up with a god. And as far as the fight goes, and it comes to find out he was given a godly weapon. So I'm like, okay, that's it. So basically, every human that's going to be coming up has like some kind of godly weapon. And I'm like, I don't know. I lost my interest after that.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put my head down.
Isn't it also historical famous people fighting?
Yes.
Yes.
Does Helen Keller
One
fight in it?
thing
Because
that
I'll read
made
it.
me not watch the anime.
No, but
was,
you have a
like,
very naked Adam in there.
It's nothing
that'd be
I've
it.
never seen. Have you
Nick,
read
I
Watchmen?
almost spat out my water
Yes.
when you asked about the
Own it.
historical figure because I was so caught
Oh,
up.
Helen Keller.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. I was like, wait, what?
It's like, why would Helen Keller be fighting for the?
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's one of the best battles.
Are you saying you're canceling a person with disabilities? They can't fight? What is wrong with you?
Wait, I thought it was only the
Canceled.
males that were able to fight.
Oh, man.
What? Why
That
are you only limiting it to men? Women can fight too. Disabled women can fight. This offends me
No,
so
that's
deeply.
what I was,
I'm out of
that's
here.
what I
Bye,
was
guys.
read. The females turn into the weapons for the guys to use.
I don't know. I'm just making
Like
it up
Soul
as I go
Eater?
along.
Oh,
See,
love
I
how
just
Bianca
rewrote this whole thing and made it
reappears
better
out of
again.
nowhere.
what happened?
I said, I love how Bianca reappears out of nowhere.
I'm trying not to interrupt because, you know,
All right, Marg, what do you have?
Go
send
to
it to
Nick.
me?
I'm still trying to decide. because mine is
She's
still-
just like, I gotta crap on everyone now.
She's like, what does Carrie like? Like, Nick, do you want to go?
Sure, pick one of them. I threw two more up, I think.
Okay, hold on.
One of them, I know you're gonna agree with me.
Oh
One
yeah,
Piece.
yes.
One Piece, isn't it?
Yes. No. I think then you'll have Laura coming for you. But no, this one, yes, yeah, I totally agree with Nick.
Deadpool Samurai. Yeah, this was
Yes.
trash.
Yes.
was
Oh my gosh.
The worst cash grab I've ever read. I'm a huge fan of Deadpool.
Yep.
And
Here.
like they butchered him so bad. They also put Captain America in for some reason and tried shoehorning him in Japan. And who's that female that not the Venom one,
She's
the
like
other
a
one,
spike.
the Spider-Man.
Oh no.
Do
Yeah.
you know how crazy comic book people are going for her first appearance in an actual Marvel comic? I'm like, this is so stupid. And I think All Might shows up in volume 2 or 3. I just
Yes.
I
Wait,
couldn't
All
do
Might?
this. Yeah, All Might
Yes. I
shows up.
didn't even bother getting volume 2.
What?
This was just so dumb. And like, what was the girl that got possessed by Venom, which doesn't make any sense? Like,
Oh.
why would Venom be in Japan and she's in like a J-pop band? Wouldn't the sound affect him? There's just so many plot holes, and I didn't get it. I didn't like
Yeah.
it.
well, they're in
Yeah.
Japan because
And then
the plot
Captain
calls
America
for it.
makes him like the team leader of the group
Yeah.
or something. And I'm like, why would Captain America ever give
He would never do that.
Deadpool?
And on top of that, Captain America's like such a lonely loser that he's like, "Hey guys, you invited me. I'm coming to hang out."
Yep.
I hated it.
He's like the older guy that wants to be the cool guy with the
Yeah.
with the younger people.
Yeah,
You know
it
what-
made no sense.
My take on this is like, do you guys remember in Living Color when they're like, snap, they're like, hated it. That's how I feel about this.
Yes.
100%. Just
There was
like,
more
hated it.
Marvel manga coming out that time, wasn't there? I forgot the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went
Iron
over it on the
Man.
channel once.
There was an
Uh,
Iron
Yeah,
Man?
Yeah,
I know
Spider-Man.
there was a Batman one too.
Oh, Batman Ninja was horrible. Oh no,
There's
you talk.
also the Joker
there was
one
a
where
Joker
he's raising
one.
baby.
No,
And
there
they
was a
almost-
manga.
Where's the English translation for Superman visiting restaurants? I
Oh,
want to see
yes.
that.
That actually sounded pretty interesting because it's so out there.
I did
Yeah, 'cause
not like the art
Superman's-
style on that. I'm like, yo, this is the art style you're using for Superman? Okay, but I'm interested in seeing him visit restaurants and eating food. Okay.
It's probably a better story than Superman. Superman's boring AFK.
Lies.
Hmm
I don't know what AFK means though.
Away from
Away
keyboard.
from keyboard.
Yeah, they don't know how to write them. You could just bash your head off the keyboard and just be like, "Well, it's Superman. It's cool."
Oh, I just finished watching Superman versus the Elites. Awesome movie.
I like
Forgot about
watching
that.
I
Superman
didn't know you were
versus.
in movies.
Wait, what?
Sorry, bad joke.
My joke was gonna be like, I like watching Superman like fly off a horse, but
What?
Well, Marg, what was your pick that you had?
Oh.
I
too
said
soon.
I
It's been like 20 years. Christopher Reeves
all
is
right,
great. He could fly in real life.
It must have been a text message that says canceled.
Okay, Mark. Oh wow.
I had to find a new
I
one.
just got
'cause-
this as my Secret Santa gift too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I didn't read it yet.
Okay, so I really liked this series in the beginning. It was super cute. I love office rom-coms. But by volume 8, it was still doing the same thing as volume 1 and 2. So it's getting old. Like it got old and I'm tired. It's like, I want these two to progress in their relationship, and nothing is happening. So
Oh.
I was just disappointed. So I kind of stopped buying it.
Let's get
Don't
it
worry, Cherry.
on.
My husband loves the series. He actually asked me today, he's like, why haven't you read My Senpai is Annoying yet? And because of what you shared, Mark, and I think it was Suzuki Notes shared, that I feel like that's a series that's really good. If you're wanting the romance, it's a good one. I feel like to wait for it to end and then binge read it all in one.
Yeah.
Swoop.
Okay, here's my one question with that. I have never read it, but as far as I know, she's an office worker, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there with how can it be Lolly if she's like 20 something and actually just a petite short person? Like that's
She's very
totally different to me.
short. Yeah, and people mistake her as a kid, but she's
Yeah,
an
that's
adult. Yeah.
it's not like she's a 600-year-old wizard vampire dragon, okay?
No.
She's only 8, but she's actually 700 years old, guys, okay? Justified.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It just got stale for me. I was just kind of like, okay, I'd rather read other ones that are progressing and, not using the same old like jokes over and over again.
Good thing I only got volume 2.
Oh, the side character that likes the little brother of the one character. Yeah,
That's
that
what
was kind of
Suzuki-
weird.
I say Suzuki Notes dropped because of that.
Yeah, it was kind of getting a little bit much. Like at first it was kind of like a friend thing, and then she'd say stuff that was like, whoa, what? So yeah, like maybe not.
Yeah, I was really surprised when Suzuki Notes said something, because I mentioned that I was going to drop it because of everybody saying what you're sharing. Well, for many people I knew that had loved the series were saying that it's starting to get stale, and so I was going to drop it, and I was surprised because she had mentioned on that video, she's like, I really don't think you should. It's really good. It just keeps getting better and better. And then like just a week ago, she mentioned how she dropped it, and I'm like, I was so shocked.
Like it was getting better. Like there's this one part where the girl's father whispers something into her crush's ear, or he does to her father, and you're like, what did he say? What did he say? Because it was something good and something shocking, and you're like, well, what was it? And that was like 2 or 3 volumes ago. I'm like, are you ever gonna talk about that? I mean, come on. I'm like,
yeah,
and nothing. I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I'll probably read. Yeah, it's 10 volumes and ongoing right now in Japan. I'm like, is this going to end? Is there going to be like, are they actually going to share their feelings for each other? I don't know. So
he reminds me of a Buff Daichi.
That's a girlfriend.
Yeah. What? What'd you say?
Is that Rent a Girlfriend?
No, Rent a Girlfriend's fun.
I hate it. It's the bane of my existence.
It's hilarious.
Up to what volume have you read, Margs, for Rent a Girlfriend?
I'm on volume. What I get? I'm on volume 14.
Yeah, because I just watched season 1 and I like it. I also think it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
I think it's funny. Everyone
Keep reading.
hates like, the main guy.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, everyone hates the main guy character because he's dopey and he makes a lot of like bad decisions. I'm like, well, yeah, that's the whole gimmick of the manga.
No personal growth at all. That you get to an arc where, like, oh my god, this is really great right now, and it resets.
Well, because I was gonna say, I'm like, he's growing a lot. I thought like he was making progress.
Like, let me do the spoiler hand. Like, mute right now if you don't want to hear it. Like, are you in the film arc right now?
Yeah.
That was my favorite arc. I think I actually really loved it, and it should have stopped right there. After that, I hated it. I'm at chapter 260 something, and it's basically the same thing.
Damn, you're still going.
So
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, you're still going.
So but
if I didn't like this, then I would stop.
I'm not paying for it at all. No, I'll just say that.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. At least you're not paying for it.
If you look at the comments, people are hate reading it. It's like, I just want to see it end. I'm like, yeah, I'm here too for that too.
Okay, interesting.
All right. My next one, I wouldn't call it worse. I just, like, in the beginning it was okay, interesting, but then after a while it just felt redundant. And I'm sorry if anybody's a fan of this, but
Mackerel.
Well, I said, who just did that?
I just feel like it was like, okay, it's all right, but I don't know. It's like, all right, the same thing over and over again.
They're gonna rip it.
I thought he was too.
Oh,
I could
I
probably
was gonna
sell it
eat
for
it,
like
that's
$5, but $5 sounds better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on
$5
doing.
tastes better.
It's
It's
like,
not a Five Below issue.
I get the whole like Harry Potter joke, but it's like, okay, can we? I feel like it doesn't need to be a whole entire series.
Yeah.
I have 8 volumes of that, and I've read one.
Okay, well, see.
Yeah, I agree. It gets pretty redundant. Like you get that it's basically Harry Potter in one punch.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of like the next thing he just beats the guy and it's moved on. Where at least One Punch has like kind of a whole funny side thing going on with it. It just this was like, oh, the kid doesn't need any magic. He just punches people around. That's great. All right, can we get to something interesting?
Yeah.
Can we have like, throw like an obstacle in the way or something?
With One Punch, they develop their side characters really well, and I think that's what people love about it. You doesn't have to focus on Saitama. It focuses on all the other people, and they kind of pepper Saitama in there. And with Mashal, he's the front runner. Like the story's all about him. Like that's where it gets kind of.
Team
Sorry.
Gen forever.
I promise you, next time I'll look for a very short list. Okay.
I hate them. They're so boring. They always suck. I haven't found anything that's good. I know you do it for content. I appreciate it. It's just like so fucking boring to me. Ooh.
The one who keeps warning us. All right, so Laura, let's get to your final one.
Yeah, I just posted mine. So, all right, do not be deceived by this beauty of a cover. If there's any cover that is beautiful, this whole series tops. It's gorgeous. And I don't know, the thing that I felt really horrible about this, and I've heard other people say the same thing, it's about modeling this girl. She eats junk food. She doesn't exercise. She doesn't take care of herself. But yes, she wants to be a model and go in the model industry. But she keeps getting turned down. And so something happens, like a modeling agency. They're like, hey, we want you to take her on because we feel she has the looks for it. And so this girl who is the model agent person meets with her and completely violates her on their first meeting in a public place. And it was so unnecessary and so uncalled for that it really just zapped any of my enjoyment. I kept trying to read and I just found that I was really bored with what I was reading. And I just could not get past this lady because I'm like, you're supposed to be helping her grow so she could become a model, but you just keep tearing her down. And it did not help. Very Instagram model. She looks like it. She really does. I mean, the covers are perfect eye candy, but just when that lady totally violated her in public just because she wanted to get a personal handsy feel to see if she was model quality rather than getting to actually know her or go at least through a more private means where just everything about that could have been so much different. And then it kept going and she doesn't really want to change her ways of like eating junk food and stuff like that. And even when she doesn't change her ways, she's like miraculous at it. And she's like, oh my goodness, how could you be doing these model like things and like taking care of like your skin and stuff, but she's not doing it on purpose. So despite all these things, the agent just tears her down. And I'm just like, no, it is honestly one of the biggest letdowns because I'm like, that cover deserves to be shared, but the story does not. So I know a few friends that really love it. And I'm like, I admire you for going, but I'm like, no, I will just admire the covers every time I see them. But that is all that I will do. Stop buying Tokyo Pop. Look, I'm going to give Tokyo Pop the benefit of the doubt. I just pre-ordered one the other day because I needed to reach that threshold on free shipping and right stuff. I'm like, look, this sounds really good. Do not let me down. I'm like, I get burned one more time because I'm like, they start off so well. Like, and then, except for this one, but I'm like, they start off so well. And then I get into volume 2 or 3 and I'm just like, what happened? What happened? So
I just came back to make that face because the whole violation part. I'm like, what?
yeah,
Like, huh?
it's so uncalled for. I mean, can I be cool like Bo and do spoiler hand? Can I be cool real quick? All right, no
Nobody's
objection.
getting to
Go
a
for
pop
it.
anyway, so.
The thing was, it's like they're in a public restaurant and she throws the girl onto the table, lifts up her skirt, fills on her chest, and then turns her over to see her butt. And then they just supposedly carry on this conversation. All in a public restaurant, and it just goes downhill after that. And it was just like, did you need to do that? Like, and the girl's like totally like just letting it happen. She didn't say anything after it, and it's just like, no,
That's
no,
weird.
thank
I
you.
bet this manga sold 9 million copies.
And I think it was Pippa Strawberry Shoujo on Instagram. She has some experience like in the modeling agency stuff, like not being a model agent, but working with models. And she's like, this paints such a negative portrayal of modeling agencies where they don't treat their models like crap like this woman does. And she was so upset by that because she's like, no one should ever violate you like this girl did. Or it's saying that it's okay. I just have to physically touch you to see if you're model material. Like, just no.
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be used as comedy, but just not very well.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Execution. And I was glad that Amazon, when I was grabbing the cover, somebody said the same thing. Like, it is a cute story and premise, but the execution was just really, really horrible. It was, I said, that cover deserves something so much more and be able to be promoted because it's so beautiful. The art's gorgeous. I mean, I love the art, but the story now.
All right, Elite, I have yours ready to go.
All right, my last one. And yeah, this is definitely the worst one that I read last year. Arrow
Is this a
Ninja
spin-off of the
Scrolls.
original?
Huh?
Is this a? I know there's already a series called Ninja Scrolls. Is it?
No, that's
the
the
same?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What Ninja Scrolls?
This one is Arrow Ninja Scrolls.
Oh, so it is sexy fun time.
Yeah, and it's not at all related to that Ninja Scroll series that you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about, but I haven't read or.
Oh, okay, I'm like, is it a
Seven
spin-off
Seas
or?
Ghost Ship.
No, it is not a spin-off. It is not. It is completely not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a kind of like Naruto, and I thought it was mature because it was going to be bloody and like maybe like a little bit of spicy here and there. But
That is
Nope.
not what I would have gotten from this.
Yeah.
You know what the name Euro,
She's
like
dressed
you
like
should
a
know
Street
it's
Fighter's character.
But yeah, it's pretty much like a soft core.
Add to cart.
What word you guys use when you don't want to say the other word? But yeah,
Seven Sleeves.
yeah, and I read 3 volumes of it, and no, it's I dropped this one too. I always do that. I always read 3 volumes, even though I don't like it. I need to stop doing that.
Oh,
you did it. You did
Steph! Whoa!
No, Steph,
You
it
did it.
was me, Elite. This is not, or I don't know. I don't know if Hartless has this one or not.
No, I don't. I actually don't buy that much ecchi stuff anymore. I'm pretty much buying more rom-coms like a jerk.
Like a jerk. No, you've been recommending some good stuff. Don't you be bashing those manga, Nick. You got a Galaxy Next Door. You got your Modesty Cloud.
Yes,
So
the
you can't bash
SKU
them
number
all.
is.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Weeb Dad, where I gave 7C a lot of chances, but I might stop that too.
Well, see, what's killing me is not even 7C. What's their Ghost Ship line? Some of the adult stuff's not even adult. It's actually funny. Like the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Like
Yeah.
Me. It's not a hentai. It's not even that perverted. It's just a good rom-com. But like, I assumed it was gonna be a hentai.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do like the Witches of Adamus. I think that I do enjoy that one.
Well, that's.
But yeah, that one
I
is-
like it too. It's pretty good. I haven't read it. I just have it.
Yeah.
Fell off, bro. Yeah, sometimes our tastes change. Listen, Gigant really ruined me. That's why it was one of my picks. I just wanted to cry.
All right, what's your last one? Bo.
I was like, who's next? I'm like,
Hey, I thought. Oh shoot! I thought I already went through 5.
Holy crap!
Let's see, I went
Senility's
through
kicking in.
1,
It's because he showed off
2,
Boxlight when Margs talked about it.
3,
That's why.
Oh,
4,
yeah.
and 5.
Wait, what was that other one you
What was
showed
that?
that was really thick? There was a thick
Yeah,
one.
Oh.
Nope.
No, Dick was
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
it.
you didn't do that one.
Flowers of Evil.
What?
Did
Wow.
not care for it.
Shuzo is
That's
very
the
hit or miss for
Shuzo
me.
Oshimi one you pick?
I love Flowers of Evil.
I did too.
It felt very, like, I guess, red flaggy. I'm using that right. I don't know. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. Maybe it's the ages. Like, aren't they in middle school and they're like this? I'm like, it's
Shuzo Shime is always perverted and creepy.
yeah. I don't know. That's where I kind
Always.
of tip out, and they were just.
No wonder he still has a job.
And then she was, and this main character is just like trying to, I guess, bring the perverted side out of this kid, and I just don't understand that kind of personality. I don't mesh well with that type. So that's where I couldn't understand what their wants were or what they were doing. So that's where I'm like, no, it's not for me.
All right, Mark, what do you have now?
Let's see. There's the link.
Is that the link? No,
Yeah.
you just done it.
Yeah, I just done it.
I knew you were gonna say, because I remember seeing your review on this.
I was so mad. I think I give this 1 star.
What?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, nah, thanks.
Okay.
Is that
Creative
Junji
Knuckle-
Ito?
What is that?
No, it is Kanako Inuki.
Don't they call her the queen of horror?
Yes,
He looks like Junji Ito.
let me read verbatim what Kodansha says on their website, and some of this is on the back cover, which is why I picked this thing up in the first place. So on the back cover, it states, from the mind of Japan's queen of horror manga comes a short story collection sure to put a grin on your face and send chills down your spine. Survive 6 of this author's handpicked scares plus original commentary from the author. Fans of Junji Ito, Kazuo Ume's, and Mermaid Saga, which is Rumiko Takahashi, your collection isn't complete until you're afraid of Inuki Kanako. Okay. And then they go on to say, for more than 30 years, Kanako has been terrorizing girls and boys with twisted catch-22s and ghoulish monsters. Discover one of her best-kept secrets of global horror with this selection of some of her most popular short comics. So misleading. None of these stories screamed horror to me. They were all boring. They were all predictable. And I don't see where she's the queen of horror whatsoever. And they're comparing her to Junji Ito and Kazu Omez. I'm just like, okay, yeah, let me pick this up. It should be really good if she's the queen of horror. No. I don't know who writes for Kodansha, the synopsis, but this was so far from the truth. The art sucked. The way they put this together was stupid. Like,
Damn.
they put a summary of what the short story was about and like her comments on how she put it together or some kind of cool thing that she came up with this story. So it spoils the story right off the bat.
Ew.
And you're like, what the hell? Why didn't you put this at the back, after I've read the story so I can, know more about this if I wanted to. But it was so stupid. And at the beginning, they also had like a list of all the characters that were in these short stories talking about like things they like, dislike, all that stuff. And then like fun facts about them and like a summary of their character. And I'm like, again, what the hell are you talking about? Because one, I haven't read any of these short stories yet. And it was poorly put together. The synopsis was terrible. It was misleading. What else? What else could I say?
You can
Fun
tell with the
fact, the main character
infliction.
dies in page 2.
I mean, yeah, I'm so confused reading these character things. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And then when you go read the story, you're like, oh, well, that makes sense now. Or like the whole, behind the scenes tip or whatever she's talking about, how she came up with the story right in the beginning. I'm like, so now I know what's going to happen. It was just, everything about it was just terrible, and I hated it.
Tell by the inflection in your voice of like how pissed and animated you are.
Yeah.
That's like you or Laura. You guys get so damn animated. You're like,
Yeah,
This is Nick reading Geekette Volume 10.
The only reason I picked this up is it said Queen of Horror, Junji Ito. I'm
well,
like,
I mean,
okay,
come on, that's
cool.
a scam. I could say I'm the Queen of Horror, just like everyone else, and you'd be like, well, let's try it and see. And be like, oh, they lied to me. Publishers lie to sell books.
And they say spine-chilling tales. None of them were even remotely scary. None of them made me cringe. Well, some of them made me cringe because they were so stupid and terrible. I'm just like, this isn't horror whatsoever. Some of them were kind of like, oh, that's adorable, in a weird kind of way. I'm just like, the art was terrible. The only thing about it was the cover was really pretty in a weird, creepy kind of way. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be good because
the cover does look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of like what PTSD was for me.
Yeah. So I wrote negative reviews everywhere I could about this thing.
I drugged that thing.
Yeah, it was just, and a lot of other people were like, what the hell is this? I'm like, this is horror. So I didn't even read the last story. I'm like, I was so pissed by the end. I was like, I don't even want it. I don't want to read about it. It was just dumb. No, PTSD Radio was way better than this.
Oh my God. I read that one in the dark. I was like, I'm gonna set the mood. I'm gonna read this thing.
Light some candles, get out the lotion.
So I had earlier. No. I had it on my iPad, and I'm like looking through it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. Okay, and it just basically shows the monster every other page is gradually coming into focus. Like I don't get why. Is this as scary?
Yeah, like at least that one set like a tone. Like there was a tone in it. There was like some creepy stuff happening. This, I'm like, it wasn't even remotely like I could read this in a graveyard and it wouldn't scare me.
All right. So how we fix this, like we've been talking about all night and me fixing stuff, we add taxes. You got to figure out how to do your own taxes. And if you don't know how to do it, that's scary.
That is scary.
Right?
Terrifying.
Yeah, it sucked. So don't read it. I wanted my money back. Like I was so mad.
Well, that was like me with Die Welder or whatever. I got like 40 pages and I'm like, this is just like gore porn and I don't even want to read this. And like normally I'm into stuff, but it had no plot. I was like, nope, return and got my money back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just return stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that's what Arrow Ninja Scrolls was like.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was my most
It's like I feel like we
right through you.
All right,
water
Nick.
dripping all over my face right now.
All right, Nick. What's your last one?
I don't have it on the list.
The last one I have is the one that I just opened for you before. I thought it was the book you had by you because I went and picked another one.
Oh, you picked another one, so I can do that one? All right, this one was
Shame on you, Nick.
dog doo-doo. Sorry, guys.
Oh, dude. I guess we're just hating on Junji Ito
Black
today,
Paradox, like this was baby, come back. I love you. Mark, don't leave me. Not like my family. I didn't even finish reading it actually. I read hold on, let's see where the bookmark was left in here.
I'm like, you're putting more fuel on the fire.
That's how far I got. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like,
oh no,
over the top. Like, page 24. I thought I got 40 in there. 24. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I was
I
all
didn't think it
behind.
was his best.
I believe you. It's
I wouldn't say I
Junji Ito.
hated it, but I didn't think it was his best.
It was supposed to be people
Yeah.
unliving
Wasn't his-
themselves in a group, and then like it was very cartoony with like one dude was like a robot and he spit a ball out of his mouth, and another one's like a balloon person. I'm like, I'm out. Just I'm out. Nope.
Way
The
better than the
synopsis-
one I talked about, though.
The
Just
synopsis
saying.
was really good.
Yeah. Group of 4
All
people
right.
trying to end their lives with each other like as friends do that meet up online, because that's every Reddit board or 4chan, you know, just
I'm so sorry, Heartless, because I gassed that one up.
It was kind of weird premise with the guy seeing his doppelganger and the robot, but like everybody else kind of had like a better reason for it. It's
I like the girl with the really burnt up face.
yeah, like
Yeah,
that made
he was the best
sense.
character in there.
But then it got really weird with the globes and the
Yeah.
And that's when I checked out. How does it end? Like, spoilers, I don't care. Like, any good?
Okay, spoilers. It's like they pretty much end up like, I don't know if they're immortal because it wasn't really clear. Like the globes are actually souls of people.
Oh, okay.
And like the doctor opens up like this giant
Portal.
hole from the one girl's wound, and
goodness.
yeah.
Okay.
And
It
they
was
end up
confusing.
like just kind of collecting the globes for him because it becomes like a commodity.
They sell him and get rich.
So they're like Dragon Balls?
Yes,
Sure.
sure. And they're kind of like, I don't know if they jump into the other side where the globes are and something happens to them, but they're all just kind of sitting in a room at the end going,
Yes, Otaku, what is your question?
Oh, it's the spoiler hand.
Oh, is this the
Oh,
spoiler?
oh.
Like,
I got
forgot to keep up.
questions.
There was legit somebody in that comment section that was like, "Oh no!" Nah, I think they.
All right, last one.
so it wasn't good though, right?
It wasn't his best. I was just kind of like, okay, I don't
Yeah.
It was
understand
kinda
where you're
boring.
going with this. It was kind
It
of like
was
you're not
better
really
than
teaching
Romina.
a lesson here or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Put your hands down now, Nick.
you gotta give it at least 1 star for like the glitter letters and everything.
No, okay,
It's
so
really nice.
Yeah.
like that glittery, just like
Secret
sparkle.
rare.
Yeah, it's like SS rare. Like that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
but still, I hated it.
I mean, oh,
and how much
I wouldn't do
content
that even if I don't like Junji Ito.
It was like
Oh.
$20 for it.
She's
Into
gone
bed.
again.
Yes, and it
We
was
got
like
one
this.
more, Marg. Don't worry. This one you'll agree with me on.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. I couldn't
Getting
find
sleepy,
volume
guys.
1, and I
One
only
Piece.
read volume 1 of this. It's not
One
like a
Piece.
bad story. I just don't like the premise. I did not like
Yeah.
I did not like the girl just being complacent with everything and then turning around and then doing what was being done to her to that teenage boy. And I'm like, okay, like, I no. She just lets the guy take pictures of her to use as like freaking like she gets
Blackmail pictures.
blackmail pictures because her best friend's fiance rapes
Oh,
her.
man. There's so many
Just kinda
spoilers.
like- Just kind of like while they're
Normal.
moving it, while she's helping them move into an apartment, the girlfriend goes out to buy something and he rapes her. And then
Yeah.
like he just keeps like raping her, and then he takes these pictures every time he rapes her to use it as like
Blackmail.
blackmail. And like this
Careful with
one
the hard R.
kid, yeah, this one kid in her high school figures out something's happening to
Keep
her.
your hand
and
raised,
he just-
Carrie.
Oh, where's my?
How many volumes did you read?
Only one. I was
Oh, that's
just kind
just
of
in
like,
one volume?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a
And
lot that
everyone
happens
said
in
it got
one.
better, and I'm just
Because
like,
I'm
why would
pretty
you read it if it's that bad?
Oh my gosh.
It's
Well,
an
it's a big
And a
interesting
majority of it
piece
was
to
sleeping.
read for conversation.
I mean, like, I know what they were trying to do, but it was just like you made the character who's the victim just unlikable in the fact that she turns around and starts like kind of doing the same stuff to this boy.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah, I didn't like any of the characters in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the ending was very interesting. So,
Oh, you finished it, Margs?
I was hate reading it.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's our top 5. Next time, I'm going to look for a way shorter list for like new licenses.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But I want to thank everybody for being here. Let's keep this up. Hopefully next week we'll come up with another top 5. And I want to wish everybody a happy New Year and a good night.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Night.
Night.